Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to those who are in Africa and other parts of the world where it's still
Good morning,
evening.
good afternoon.
Thank you very much for joining us today. It is a pleasure and a special grace that I'm here today hosting again and still continuing with our conversation that we had yesterday. Um, about the focus. What should Africa focus on in the coming year, 2022? And wow, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome, everyone from wherever you are connecting from. My name is Ezra from South Africa. For those who don't know me, those who are joining us for the first time, welcome and subscribe to this family. This is the Swahili Nation channel on YouTube, and this movement is called One Africa Movement. So if you're new here, join us on One Africa Movement as we will be speaking about African matters, African solutions, African environments, things that Africans are doing, all the inspiration and the inspiring things that are happening in our continent and in the diaspora as well. It's not just about Africa only, but the people that are outside Africa who are also doing great things. And welcome from wherever you are, whether you are in Asia, studying, working, doing business. Welcome. This is a great channel. Connect with us and tell us what's happening in wherever you are and whatever you are doing. Notify us. Let's talk and let's get the messages spread. Let's get African voices out there. Let's get Africans to come and share their ideas. Africans to come and teach us as well. And as I said yesterday about one of the things that the political parties used to do in prison, especially during the apartheid in South Africa, where there used to be a slogan about each one teach one, each one teach one. So we don't know everything, but we know that we've got people from different parts of the world. We with so much wisdom, with so much knowledge and ideas. And welcome and feel free. This is your home. Subscribe to this channel. There's no any other channel in this whole world that can that you should miss, but this is the channel. You can go and check other channel, but this is the channel. Every time, connect with us, connect with the great panels, the great people from all over the world who comes with different ideas, who have different knowledge and ideas that are going to help us as Africans to build as well. And the things that we need to know. The world does not revolve around us only, but there is information everywhere. We need to get and we need to get more knowledge and start doing things for our continent as well. So wherever you're connecting from, drop the comment there and just say I'm connecting from wherever. Ethiopia, I see some people from Ethiopia, Kenya, wherever. Just connect with us. Connect with us. There's lots of people from all over the world who are connecting with us. So be part of this family. Before you do anything, if you've already dropped a comment and you've not subscribed, subscribe. It is important to keep the movement going and be part of this growth that we are building. And do not be left behind. Do not be left behind. Be part of something that is of great importance for Africans. As I always say that we are Africans on the move. We are African leaders. And as I said as well yesterday that I'm going to start calling you African leaders. Welcome, African leaders. Welcome, world leaders. Welcome to the Swahili Nation. Welcome to One Africa Movement. So world leaders, African leaders, whatever leader you are in your sphere of work or business, you are a business leader. You are whatever that you're doing, you're a leader in your own right. And do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself. You're a leader, and we need to keep the leaders in check, and we need to share as leaders what we are learning, what we have with us. The knowledge should not die with us. we should transfer the knowledge to the generation that's coming. And we are the generation that says, we are ready to build. We are ready to come up with ways to solve our problems. We are not going to be crying all the time and begging for aid and other things that are not really helping us. So we are a generation of leaders. Welcome, leaders, to our meeting tonight. And we will be talking about what should Africa focus on in the coming year, 2022. And I know if the Ethiopian calendar might be a bit different, but in this coming year, what do we need to focus on? What do we need to do as Africans? What do we need to do as the people of African heritage? People from all across the world. What should we be focusing on as this movement, and as people in general? In your field, what do you think we should be doing? What should you do better than last year or this year, in fact? So we will be talking about that. Continuing from yesterday's topic, the focus now is the plans. I mean, as I said as well, we do not plan, for those who are using the Gregorian calendar, we do not start planning in January. This is the time when we're eating our turkeys, our chicken and whatnot, Christmas time. We need to be thinking and getting more inspiration on what to do in the coming year. In fact, before even Christmas, we were supposed to have already plans of action, plans of how we're gonna go forward. So this is the time for us to start talking about the coming year, the plans, and what we need to do going forward. So be ready, be ready. It's gonna be a very good show today. We're gonna have a lot of people joining us, and from all across the world. They will be here, and they will be assisting us, and they will be coming with their ideas. And feel welcome. Everyone is welcome on this channel. This is not channel only for experts and whatnot, but it's for every voice out there that somebody, if you've got something to share, come and share with us. And I always advocate that we have different languages. Yes, we understand that, but do not shy away because maybe you might not speak English the way others speak. You might not have the twang, the dialect and whatnot, but come. We need all those voices. There's no better voice than the other. So we need to come and we need to speak. And that's how we can grow, because we can hear more voices, unlike where we only have few people who talk on our behalf because they can speak better than others. They've mastered the skills of talking in public spaces. No, we need every citizen on this continent, in the diaspora, in the Caribbean, everywhere, America, all the Caribbean countries, UK, or the whole Europe, Asia as well. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us. And I'm glad a lot of people have been speaking from different places like Jamaica, St. Kitts, and America. So welcome. And we need more voices. We've seen guys from Ghana coming in. We have brothers from Gambia. We have brothers from Nigeria. We have brothers from all over. Come join us. Come, let's speak. And you will be empowered. This is not just a platform where we are just quiet or just complaining. But if you've got solutions for us, come. And if you've got a PowerPoint presentation that you want to lay and share with all Africans, join us. It really help us a lot. Each one teach one. Come join us, family. Come join us, family. Come join us. It is going to be a great night. So come join us and be part of this movement. And there's a lot coming. There's a lot coming in the coming year. And be part of the movement. 2022, we're just going to accelerate even further. And get better and better. So for the African family, everyone, everywhere you are, please, if you just joined us, subscribe to our channel, like, and share with your fellow brothers and sisters. There are many people across the world. Your family, the first people to market anything is your family. The worst part is if you've got a business or you've got an idea, but your family doesn't even know what you're doing. So your family needs to know, even if they don't support you, but at least you've just told them, I'm busy, this is what I'm doing. And you find that some families will only catch the fire when they start seeing the success of what you're doing. So start marketing, start telling the people that, hey, come, there's an African movement, Swahili Nation, One Africa movement. Come join the movement. Let's talk. You've got an idea, you've got a business idea, you've got anything. Come, this is the show for you, and this is the channel for you. So, and again, for those who might not know, or some might know, join as well the membership, the YouTube channel membership, and there's lots of categories there that you can select from. Support this movement. No movement can move without the support of the people. Join any membership there, and be part of this movement and support it. And it's good when our fellow brothers and sisters are supporting the movement and growing as well. So feel free to join our membership movement. And again, our patron, join the patron membership as well, and be part of this, 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 be part of the movement. Become a patron supporter for our channel, and let's grow the movement, let's go forward. And as a family, we need each other. So welcome again, welcome again, welcome again to those who just joined us. Subscribe, like our page, and turn on the notification icon, because once you turn on the notification icon, you'll never miss this opportunity. When we upload any new videos or when we go live, it'll be a great opportunity for you to join immediately and see what we're talking about. Unlike always finding the stream already halfway throughout the stream and you don't even know what we're talking about. So the earlier the better. The earlier the better for you to join and be part of the conversations and contribute, you know. So join family, and help us to grow the channel. And we are targeting to get 200,000 subscribers either before this month or before going to Ethiopia. Please get everyone to like and subscribe to our channel. Subscribe. If I can just keep on preaching, because some people need us to repeat and repeat. Subscribe to our channel. We are almost there. And subscribe to this channel, and let us grow together. That's the main thing. Let us grow together. That's what Africa needs. Africa needs to also grow together. We don't want few countries that are successful or succeeding while others are going down. So we need an Africa that's growing together. All the platforms, all the media platforms on YouTube, wherever you might have placed your channel or your platform, let us all grow together. We need to see an Africa that's growing together. We don't want any Africa that is falling behind or in wars and all those things, but we need an Africa that's rising as a giant. And Africa shall rise, and Africa shall become a giant. And many nations are already coming to Africa. If you want to see that Africa is a giant, why everyone wants to come to Africa? Why does everyone want to do business with Africa? Yes, they might say, we are behind. They may label us all the names they can put out there, but they are coming here. What are they doing? If this is a so-called poor continent, what are they doing here? They're coming here to do business. China is here. The Turkish are here. The Europeans are here. The Americans are here. So that means there's something great about us, and we should really start focusing on what we need to do and what do we really want to take out of all this trade deals, all this engagements that we are having with other nations. Because this nation, this continent is a great continent, and this continent can only go up. Those who may not believe it, fine, but we still believe in the African dream, and we still believe in the African success. So Africa will rise, whether people like it or not. Whether it doesn't look good now, Africa shall rise and Africa shall be on top, and many shall come to Africa for everything. And people are coming. Those who've seen the revelation are already in Africa, doing business, doing other things, building stuff here in Africa. So for Africans who are also outside, it's also an opportunity for you to come and invest in this continent. There's many countries here that you can really invest in. Not every country is different. There's always a country where it can favor your investment. Come and invest. Do not cry from wherever you are working or doing business in another land. Come and see for yourself. Come and look at the land. Come and check this land, whether it's where can you go, where can you put your money as well. So invest in this beautiful continent as well. Let us not just sit in the corners and complain that so and so is here in our continent doing business. We also need to try to invest back and do business in Africa. So that's the only way we can all go forward. We can move forward as a continent. So if you have got some investment, you've got some money, come and invest in the continent. There's 54 countries that you can put your money in. Just decide, just choose which one is favorable for what type of, for the kind of business you want to do. And also, look, these are the platforms that are here so that you can also get knowledge. There are many other content creators out there that you can find knowledge about which countries to go, which countries to look for. And even coming to discuss, you can always ask us. Some of us are in this continent. We are building in this continent. So you can always ask. We're not saying our advice is all that you need to do. You still need to come and survey the land and see where you can place your money as well. So come and invest in Africa. That's just something that I believe for the coming year, 2022, we need to start doing. Whether it's just $100, there's stocks, there's companies that are in Africa. Guys, sometimes it's not all about building infrastructure in terms of buildings or starting a real business, concrete business, but there are stock exchanges here in Africa. Buy stocks, buy shares in those companies. Let us not just focus on just building the physical infrastructure, but there are companies where you can start making money while sleeping. You can still have some money that is being built up somewhere else without you having to sweat and stuff. So let us not take Africa as something where we need to physically be there to put money, but there's so many companies that you can invest in. There's stocks, there's commodity companies. There's so many companies here, guys. Look for the stock exchanges. Look for every country. They have a stock exchange. Most of them, they have stock exchanges. Look at the companies that are doing well in those countries. Invest in them as well. That's what we're talking about. Even if you just put 50 USD just for on some of the stocks and stuff in Africa, that's also investment. Do not just shy away. Do not think we want you to come with $1 million US in Africa and start something. It starts with the little that you might have, because we know you guys were working hard, especially those who are outside the country are working hard, and you have to pay bills and this and this, take care of your kids and family. And we understand that most of the money that you also make in those countries also maintain you in those countries. It's hard to just bring more money into our continent. But invest in stocks, invest in other things, and do not shy away from this continent. It has great potential. If we don't do it, others will do it. That's just the truth. That's the fact. That's how things are. If we don't do it, somebody's gonna do it for us. So welcome. And for those who might be in the continent who are also into business, you are more than welcome to come and share your ideas with us. So as usual, family, we're gonna start with prayer, and we're gonna start with prayer today. As usual, we always start with prayer before we get into the topic. I know I've said a lot, but we're gonna start with prayer, and you can pray in your own language. You can pray in your own way. That's how you do things. Let's do it anyhow and any way that is more comfortable for you. So I'm gonna start with prayer. Thank you, Abba Father, for this night. Thank you as we are about to discuss matters and issues and plans for 2022. We ask Abba Father to be with us. Fill us up with knowledge and wisdom. We pray for those who will be coming and joining us tonight, that they may bring knowledge, and may that knowledge empower those who might need it. We pray, Heavenly Father, that there will be unity in our continent and we shall build and be stronger. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Thank you, family. Thank you, family. Thank you, family. I've been seeing some comments of different people sending their comments on the on the comment section. Let's see who's here already. And for those who just joined us, subscribe, like the page, like the stream right now. Just like if you already subscribe, and share the link, and let us get more people involved. Let us get more people talking. And some might ask and say, hey, where is His Excellency Mika? And His Excellency Mika is in good spirit. I had a call with him a while ago, just before going live. We had a nice chat, and so he's in good spirit. He's getting better and stronger. And as I always say, the best thing that you can also do for us, the biggest investment, is praying for us. As a channel, as a team, pray for us, family. Pray for us. And Mika is in good spirit, and he loves you, and he misses you guys, and he will be here soon. And so it is going to be a surprise when he comes in. For those who might be asking, we're looking for Mika. Where's Mika? Mika is in good spirit. And I just want to thank him and all the One Africa Movement team. Thank you, His Excellency, for this opportunity. And as Mika always works hard. His Excellency, I call him His Excellency. He works very hard, and he's forever planning something. He's forever writing. He's forever doing so many things in the background for you, family, to enjoy the content and grow with him as well. So, and I just want to acknowledge him and the whole One Africa Movement team. Thank you, family, for giving me the opportunity and for letting me come and speak to the world. And this is a great movement. Join us. Let's grow together. Let's grow together, family. Let's grow together. That's what I just want to encourage people today. Let's grow together. That's what we need. Let's grow together. Let's all push. Let us all pull and push on our part. Everyone must play their part. That's how we can also conquer and get ahead in terms of whatever we want to achieve. So I just want to check the comment section and acknowledge some people. I see Marie Antoinette 2011. Always a pleasure seeing you, Marie, and you were the early bird tonight. Okay, it's nighttime in Africa for those who might be night. Yeah, she was the early bird. I hope it's a lady, but I think it is Marie Antoinette. It is a lady's name. And my brother from St. Kitts, Brother Rich, St. Kitts, for those who don't know, it's in the Caribbean. It's an island country. So this is our brother right there, somebody international. And always good seeing you, brother. Always love the support. And he's also a member of the YouTube membership. He has a membership. He has joined the membership. Brother Rich, thank you, brother, for always being there for us. And thank you for your support. And thank you for always being there for us when we need you. Always a pleasure. And who else? Let me see. I see there's I see Gulet Abdi. Abdi. I wonder, Abdi, where are you connecting from? Abdi, are you connecting from Sweden or what? Okay, I've got Mesa, Solomon. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Hello. Welcome. And I see there's a brother, Sun Temple. It's been a while. Sun Temple. I know you've always been active, and it's been a while, Sun Temple, that I've seen your comments or joining us, and always glad to see you, Sun Temple. And I'm just gonna acknowledge anyone. I see TG Tube. Welcome, sister. welcome, welcome, welcome. TG Tube, always a pleasure seeing you here as well. And I see again Sun Temple saying no more, no more, connecting from Ethiopia. And I see our brother Wasihon Milaku. My brother, count on me. Wasihan from Ethiopia. Welcome, welcome, Wasihan. Who else? Who else? Who else? No more, no more. No more, no more. Wow. And then I think we've got AB who says Africans need to be depend on the other. We stand to be one. Oh, okay. Wow. We need to depend on each other. I'll assume that's what AB is trying to say there. I see again Tuba Hill, best African man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Tuba. Oh no, sorry, I think I might be a lady, a sister. Thank you very much, Tuba. Also, Muleta, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. A lot of people are joining us. I see Miko, Tesama, welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone. What else? Who else? Who else? Wow. Wow, Wasihan, thank you. I think one of the most important thing for the way forward is to identify countries at risk most and voice in solidarity to support that country, while also addressing issues that Africa facing collectively. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, yes, I believe that as well. We need to do that, Wasihan. I see Helen Abebe. I normally see you as well. We have to be together. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, 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 wow. And family, join and subscribe. Share with your family members, and let's get the movement rolling. Let's get the movement rolling. Let's get the movement rolling, and let's see what we can do as a family. And let's see, let's grow together, as I said, and let us talk. Tonight's topic, as some might have seen already, is what should Africa do? What should Africa focus on? We're still continuing on yesterday's conversation. What should Africa do? What should Africa do in this in the coming year 2022? What should Africa do? What should Africa do? And again, I just want to let me see. There's something that I wanted to share. Oh, again, I still wanted to send our sincere condolences to the Archbishop Desmond Tutu's family during this time. For those who might not know that yesterday we've had news of the Archbishop Desmond Tutu passing away, and our sincere regards again to the as a Swahili nation to the family. And for yesterday, I struggled to share this picture. For those who didn't know who I'm talking about, this is Archbishop Desmond Tutu. He was the Archbishop of the Anglican Church. And he was 90 years old. And I just wanted to share this. Yesterday, just I was struggling to get the picture running. And our sincere condolences to the family of the Archbishop. Played a big role, a huge role in African matters, and a very fearless man of God. And he has challenged the apartheid government and even other African nations when they were not doing the proper things. He has been vocal, and even the current government in South Africa, he criticized them as well. So he never took sides. Wrong was wrong, right was right. So our sincere condolences to the family, and for his hard work, he He received a Nobel Peace in 1984. He was the second South African to receive it after Chief Albert Luthuli. And yes, and another interesting fact that I said yesterday was he was it was on the commission after apartheid, after democracy came to South Africa. There was a Truth and Reconciliation Commission where perpetrators of the apartheid regime came forward to talk what they did and to help families to find people who were killed during that time. And he played a big role in trying to reconcile the country and building the country forward. So, and I think it's a great concept, truth and reconciliation for any country after fighting. If brothers have fought, we need to bring them to the table to heal and say, brother, I'm sorry I did this to you. Can we move on? Can you forgive me? Can we build together? So that was something that he played a big role in. And also, even in the continent as well, there's many countries he criticized. So just look at his biography and check him on the anywhere. You'll find a lot of information that his contributions. And another interesting fact was he stayed in the same street as Nelson Mandela. So there are two Nobel Peace laureates that stayed in the same street, and the only ones who stayed in the same street. So Desmond Tutu and Archbishop Desmond Tutu and the former president Nelson Mandela, they stayed in the same street in Soweto. So as I said, if you happen to come to South Africa, you have an opportunity to come to South Africa, come and learn the history as well. South Africa is not just the beauty and all those things, but learn the history to understand the people. And I think that's something a lot of people sometimes miss out, to understand their history of the people, and so that you can understand a bit about the people, how they behave and what influences them when you know their history. So that's a history that you can learn. If you're in Johannesburg, go to Soweto, Vilakazi Street is where his house is. And Nelson Mandela's house is now a museum. You can also go and learn the history there in Soweto. If you come to South Africa, Johannesburg to be specific, it's just outside Johannesburg. Go to Soweto and look for where this man used to stay, and even Nelson Mandela's old home, and learn the history that happened in South Africa. And so much things. South Africa is also rich in so many history. Yeah, that's just something that I just wanted to share yesterday, but I could not get the picture. I know some people were asking who's Desmond, who's this Archbishop, but for those who didn't know, here's the picture. Some might remember the picture of the man of God. So yeah, family, I'm gonna share the link, and then we're gonna start getting to the real topic of today. And let's see, and I've got my brother here. Got my brother here, Diggy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going, bud? What's going on? Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to all. And it's a great topic that we started yesterday. May God bless Desmond Tutu's soul. Let him rest in peace. He did, like you said, he contributed a lot about the African affairs. He made sure that everything else runs by pointing and advising a lot of African leaders. And we need people to carry on this torch. You know, Nelson Mandela and as well Desmond Tutu, they fight for peace. They fought a lot to see where South Africa is now. And I know a lot of people still carry on the torch. Still a lot of fluidity, a lot of peace making, and these are great people that we can learn from, understanding their background, where they started, and this is where we are as one Africa. And this is what we're trying to do, to carry on their torch and have a free Africa from everything, from oppression, from depression, from poverty, to feed the necessity for African citizens. Yes, still we got a way to go, and we need to express ourselves in this panel. Anything that's going to be touching African issues, get involved, start understanding, start learning. Bring your history books. Some of them might be disinformational, but again, it's good to really revise some of the old documents that's been suppressed and not being published, or published but not circulation. So we need to really identify ourselves as much as Nelson Mandela and as well Desmond Tutu. So it would be a great position for everybody, opportunity as an African. Live the African life the way you want to live as an African citizen. That's my intro for today. So a prayer, probably it'll get toward the end. Really, people trying to find out about the passing away, and our sincere condolence to the family and to all Africans for such a loss. But it's a natural thing. We carry the torch.
Exactly. Thank you, Biggie, for your opening intro. And I've got we also have our Dr. Ebenezer.
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, good. Thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Ebenezer. Nice hearing from you, and always a pleasure seeing you on the live stream.
It's good to be here.
Can
you hear me?
For today, in fact, we started yesterday, and I saw a lot of people wanted to still talk, and then we had to cut the live stream short. And yeah, so we just felt that we need to continue this topic because a lot of comments were still coming in late. And so what's your take? What's the focus? What should Africa be focusing on?
I think Africa should be focusing on lots of things, but basically, I always go back to mainly on decolonizing the mind and accepting the fact that we can be the solution, because we expect change. Change is not comfortable. Change means you have to leave your comfort zone. Change means you have to change the way you live, the way you think, the way you talk. Change means you have to change a lot of things about your perception of yourself, your neighbor, and other African countries who are living to closely, and other people who are living with you in your neighborhood. So I think Africa needs to work on the fact that we don't need no one's approval to utilize our potential. We don't need anyone's signature to work on our resources, on our potential resources that we have. And we need to work towards self-sufficiency. That's where we need to focus on when it comes to Africa. AMC.
Wow. Self-sufficiency and self-reliance. That's a great topic. And family. What a surprise. As I said, to those who are asking, you're like, Mika, who is Mika? Who is Mika, And
guys, they fired me. I was fired. They fired me, guys. They're like, you know what? We don't need you anymore. So I had to get out of here, man.
His Excellency, welcome. And, we've been holding on, and I know there's people who be saying hi Mika, hello Mika, and on the comment section, and so it's always a pleasure seeing you. And I'm sure the guys really miss you. And I told them that you love them and you miss them so much. You've been busy as well, and
So much.
talk to the family, Mika, His Excellency.
Brother, so much. It's good to see Mr. Ebenezer here. I just came here right now, but I really appreciate you know for your prayers and your thoughts and messages as well. It's amazing. I missed you guys so much, and it's a pleasure to be here next to you, Excellence Ezra. You guys fired me, so some of you guys believe that, but but they're like, what? Somebody say, Ghosty say, what? Yeah, I was fired. Yeah, but like I'm really glad to be back. Just to come here, to say hello to everybody that you might not see. I mean, my face here, but I'm always here. I'm always here behind the scene. Watching. Yeah, sometimes I'm not, but sometimes I am. Yeah, it's good to be back and it's good to see everybody. I just thought that I should come say hi, but I don't want to distract anything that is going on. Yeah, so you can carry on, Mr.
I think Rich wanted to say something to you. Brother
Rich.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's up, brother?
Good to see you again, man. Good to see you again.
Always, brother, always.
Man, I don't have much to say to you guys, but keep your energy up always.
Thank you.
I'll drop some gems on this topic. I'm already writing down my points.
Yes, brother. Yes.
Hey, Mika.
Yeah, Ebenezer.
I had to wait for everyone to finish the excitement so that I can say hi.
My brother. Hi, man.
How are you?
Always, man. I'm hanging in there. I should say in here. Yes. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just reserving energy a little bit for our trip. Because I've seen the schedule that you sent, and so many other things. It's not gonna be easy time. It's gonna be very tight. So it's very important for me to reserve my energy, because this is not just gonna it's not just gonna be coming here and say something on the live stream for 2-3 hours, but it will be like real life every single day, right? For a month and so I really need to reserve that energy, for that, to be ready for that, because I know I always overwork and I don't know how to rest. So I think this is very important time to do that.
Good. All right. So Isra.
Yeah,
Isra. Yes. I was hoping you would say something on the topic, and then we can maybe continue and chip in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I think maybe you kind of missed when I started, but yeah, I already said some of the things that we need to focus on, and I think we should really focus on development, and also making sure that as Africa we build infrastructure for our people, for people to feel safe, good hospitals, good roads, good schools as well. So all that Africa needs to be done. We need to focus on that and build on whatever is already built. And that's just my intro there. If you wanted to hear my thoughts,
I heard you. I heard all of that. I mean, I understand. I understood everything that you said, and then well, my opinion about on the way forward for Africa is that we need to stop thinking for ourselves. We need to stop thinking for us. For me, I have to stop thinking about myself, and I have to start thinking about maybe my second generation, my third generation. An African, like even I can take you back to just couple of our comments. Queen Ija, for example. When will this channel talk about Tanzania, both the good and not so good? All he do is talk about Ethiopia like it's his own. You know, this is the thing. You know, Tanzania is mine. Ethiopia is also mine, and Kenya is mine, because Africa is mine. So what am I building for my kids? What am I building for my generation? It's not about me, because it doesn't have to be always about me. I'm sorry, can you hear me, Pastor?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. All right. So what we need to work on is, I think we need to stop thinking for today, thinking for my country only, you know, like the state I'm living in called Ethiopia, and I have to start thinking bigger than myself. So Africa needs to focus on Africa before me. You know, like we need to work on the thinking, on the thought of Africa in general, and then we need to work towards self-sufficient, self-reliant Africa, like you said, a hospital, good schools, because, you know, we relate it to our economy immediately. When you talk to an African, it immediately goes to economy. And when you go to other countries that, you know, they call themselves developed, they don't talk about economy, because there is economic crisis in the United States of America, which is the, you know, world leading economy country, but still there's economic crisis that no one tries to show us, but there is. I mean, that's the fact on the ground. But they don't focus on the problem of economy. They don't talk about economy. They don't talk about bread. They don't talk about, you know, what they're going to eat tomorrow. But they talk about what they're going to build for their generations to come. You know, for 3, 4, 5 generations to come, they talk about them. It's not about me. It's not about Pastor Israel. It's not about Mika. This is what we're trying to do here, is plant a seed. That seed might grow one day, and then generations might, you know, harvest it. Those are the things that Africa needs to work on 2022. That's the mentality that we need to jump into when it comes to 2022. I mean, it's just change of a number, but it schedules you from 0. Like 2022, the first month, the first day, what do you have planned in your life? As an African, I think we need to work towards self-reliant, self-sufficient Africa. And, you know, like we need to think of the generations to come rather than the problems that we're facing, economy that we're facing currently. So we need to work on Africa, African mentality. Like, because I see a little bit of self-centered mentality. Like, when will I get the share? You know, like when there's change in Ethiopia, for example, everybody was asking, you know, like the regime changed, but my life didn't change. The regime changed, but I didn't get a salary increment. The regime changed, but you know, lifestyle was still hard. So this is the question of a person, an individual. So what happened was, like, this is a construction that was being constructed on us, mental construction that we've been taught to think this way. It was all about us. So now we have to stop thinking about us. Of course, we matter, but we have to start thinking about Africa, about the generation. What kind of Africa do we want to leave for our children? You know, what kind, grandchildren maybe? What kind of Africa do we want to leave when we're dead? What is our legacy? How do we get to be remembered? Like Desmond Tutu, Nobel Peace Prize winner, Nelson Mandela. How are these people being remembered, and what do we leave behind? Because fame, money, gold, diamond, fancy car, fancy building, travel the world. That's you. That's you or me. That's it. But there's one thing that matters, bigger than whatever you do. What do you leave behind? How are you remembered? Do you have even a remembrance? Does anyone remember you with something? So that's what Africa needs to work on, deconstructing and reconstructing the mind, and then working on an African, what do you call it? On an African structure where we leave something good for the generations yet to come. Because it's not always about us, because the world doesn't revolve around us. It revolves around people. And here in Swahili Nation and in One Africa movement, there's one motto: peace, love. Right? That's one thing. That's one amazing thing that we have here. So like, what are we remembered for? What is Mika remembered for? What's Israel remembered for? What's Biggie remembered for? What's Ebenezer remembered for? Like all these things that we need to ask ourselves. I think in 2022 we need to start working on how we want to be remembered when we're dead, because eventually we will die. But what did we leave as a legacy at the end of the day for someone to look and say, you know, he was at least trying to do this? I think we should just, like earlier you said, Biggie said, we'll keep on the torch, and we just take the torch and continue the work of Archbishop Desmond Tutu. So same thing. It's a generation. Like now we remember him. There's something to remember about Archbishop Desmond Tutu, because he left a legacy behind. So I think Africa needs to work on leaving a legacy. Africa and Africans, all Africans, need to work on the concept of leaving a legacy behind. I think that's the most important thing that we need to work on in 2022. What's the legacy that we will be remembered with?
Definitely, Dr. Ebenezer. I think the legacy part, hence I always say that we are leaders in our own right, and we need to start leading from our homes, even out there. You know, it starts also in the homes in terms of leadership, and we should really take it serious in terms of how we do things from our homes to even the political or the public life that we also live, because I think in most instances when we look at leadership in Africa, I think we've just put it more into the political sphere than the whole community. We don't make sure that the whole community or countries, people in general on the ground can participate and become builders of their own nations. I think most nations that do it better is when they have a whole nation buying into the idea of what should we do as a country? What are we working towards? Because I think that is something that is missing. And I wish in 2022 that as nations, as a continent, we can have things that we are working towards. Hence the question, what should we be focusing on? What are the burning issues that needs our attention ASAP, or if need be done in the coming year, for example, or in the coming years? And that's why I always say that leadership is us, and we need to have an idea of what we want to do. And even when I said I addressed the matter of summits and stuff, my only issue is not that we should not engage with other nations, but we also, when we engage with the countries that are calling us out, calling our leaders to come to their nation and sign trade deals and stuff, we also need to know, why are we going there? What are we putting to the table? And that was my own issue that I was raising, that as Africans, when we go into the summit, when China is calling our African leaders, we need to go there with the plan as well. So, but I'm yet to hear what others have to contribute. I don't know if His Excellency, there's something you want to add there or something you have, and then I can go to maybe a Rich or Biggie.
Oh, let's go with Biggie first, because he's having a little bit trouble before he loses anything. Yeah. can go first.
Yeah. Again, Ebenezer took over on carrying this torch and what it means. I want to see people on the comment section that ever since we've been on One Africa platform, how many of you went through different network, African network, trying to find more information? You say yes, because ever since this movement really got stronger, because Ethiopia was under attack. And that we understood is not just a ground issue, but it's international issue. And every African citizen really heard what's going on, and they all vowed to protect and to defend and to get their solidarity with Ethiopia. So this is one thing that shows that we Africans are very awakened, especially the youth is trying to figure out what's going on into our continent, and all this information is coming through. There are a lot of African medias that's showing their information is there. These are African networks, and they're giving you a lot of information out there and how we can really collaborate and stay in network. Stay in network without no fake news. What's happening on the ground? Each country's been mentioned whenever there's a trouble. But what we want to know is how is that Mandela want to see Africa? What is his vision? Are we aligned to it? Or are we aligned and improve? Because there's an ongoing situations that's happening in Africa, regarding Africa, to be specific. The world is changing. We got pandemic, we got this and that. So we've been pulled left and right, but we got to stay focused. Stay focused in our understanding of One Africa. It starts with your own home, your own self, and how to really understand our forefathers that really fought hard to maintain a little bit of the sanity in Africa, but they're still being overturned over and over again by different players. So how can we stand together? How can we really carry on these torches that's been lit, starting from the Pan-Africanism? And how can we help our own continent? And again, each of us are accountable. Anything that you hear, anything that you have to get to the source, understand it, and comes with the facts, and for us so we can be guided with the facts that is on the ground. So I really appreciate it, Mika, for giving me back the platform.
Not at all, brother. Not at all.
And Brother Rich, I don't know if you want to add something. We haven't really had your comment yet. And I saw you, Queen Isa, and Queen Isa, I think maybe if it's a lady, she's only joining now, or maybe she just started joining us. But we have touched on it, Tanzania, and there's many things. And Queen Isa, if there's something, since you're talking about history, come and share with us. The platform is open to share the history that you know about Tanzania that you want to share. And every country is open. This is an open platform, and it's for all Africans and for all people who love Africa and for all people who are out there. There are people who are connected us from America and stuff. So join and be part of this conversation. But Brother Rich, the floor is yours.
1 minute, brother. Can you let someone else go first? I'll go after.
I'll go then. So is there for me? I just wanna like say something because of the topic. What should Africa focus on in the coming year, 2022? I think for me, my opinion will be one thing. If you guys haven't seen my conversation, the interview that we did with Mr. Obang, I suggest that you watch that, because my wish for 2022, I hope Africa focus on this, on what Mr. Obang shared. Because for me, I was not just taking in a perspective of Ethiopia, but I was taking it in a perspective of Africa, that, oh, this is how Africa should think. This is how we should think. This is how we should operate. Because when you're talking about ethnicity and all these, troubles that comes from that, I think when you listen to Mr. Obang, then you understand. Like he touched so many, so many core reasons or cause of everything that is going on is happening, and how this an amazing country should be, how we should be thinking, how we should be seeing one another. I saw one comment here in the comment section and I stopped right away. Somebody says Africa is for Black Africans, and I had to say no to that. We cannot have people in Africa who think that way, that Africa is for Black Africans. We can't think like that. Africa is for Africans. And when we say that, we don't mean that, okay, we don't want anybody from outside. We don't want anyone to come to visit here, whether they're American or they're European. That's not what we are saying, because you're not trying to be anti-West. We're not anti-West. But when we say Africa is for Africans, we mean for a long time, it feels like Africa is not for us because of everything that has been going on. And all of us, we agree that a huge part of that is on us. Ebenezer was talking about our mind, like we are always talking about decolonize the mind. If our mind is decolonized, if we have the knowledge, because knowledge is power, if we have that, we know who we are, we know like what kind of things we are capable of. If we know that, if we know ourselves, if you know yourself, you are not going to allow anybody to take advantage of you. I will say this, in this job that we are doing here, there's a lot of challenges, Sometimes you get people, who wants you to say certain stuff. They want you to do certain stuff. They want you to act certain way, right? Because you're here and this is reaching to a lot of people, and a lot of people, they are being impacted with what we are doing here, right? But if I don't understand, if Ezra don't know who he is, we're just going to fall onto that. And I'm going to be, okay, they want us to talk about this, we'll go talk about this. They want us to act this way, we'll go ahead and do it like that. But no, we understand who we are. We understand our calling. We understand what we are fighting for. And because of that, nothing can sway us, like can take us to this direction, that direction. No, we're gonna control how we want things to happen. Because we have a vision for Africa. There's a way that we want to see Africa. Every single one of these people who are coming here, they have vision for Africa. They have heart for Africa, and they want to see Africa in a different way. They want to see Africa in a different form, right? And so because we do that, we have that, we understand ourselves, and we are on a journey, to getting to know one another and to know ourselves, then we can pursue that vision, we can pursue that mission that we want to see Africa in, right? So in 2022, my wish, because we have very few days left, my wish is that whether there are 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, or 10 people, but we'll have people who, they'll always be curious, like people that will not be satisfied with where they are. Like, I'm not satisfied with where I am right now. I'm not satisfied with where Africa is right now, right? That's why we're here every single day, right, to talk about this, even if it's the same thing over and over and over again, but because we want to see a change, we want to see a difference in our people. People's life matters. We care about people. We care about people in Africa, even those who are not in Africa, but they're outside there, they're struggling and suffering. We care about that. And we want to be a platform that will speak for them. Not only speak, but will find some solutions to what's going on outside of Africa as well. We want to be a platform that will have influence on everything that is happening and affecting our people. We want to be a platform that will speak for the people, not political movement, all right? Not anything related to that, but a movement that will speak for people and will care for people and will stand for people and with people. That's why we want to be, right? And right now, all these things that are happening, we are connecting with every single one of you. And most of you who are watching here, I think you feel that. You feel that, okay, I think this is the place that I can stay. I think this is the place that I can trust. And I think this is the movement that I can join. That's our wish. That's our desire, to see Africa in that way, to have people who will love Africa, will love more than anything, you know what I'm saying? Because God has given this, has blessed us with this Africa, right? It's our duty, it's our responsibility to protect it with everything we got. It's like you cannot go to God and ask for blessings Well, I mean, he's already blessed you with a lot of things, but how do you use it? Like how do you use the time that God has given you? Right? God has the greatest gift of all time God has given each one of us, is time. Every single one of us, we have 24 hours a day. But some other people, they're living extraordinary life. Some other people, they're living poor life. But you know what's the difference? All of us were given 24 hours. All of us were born naked. Nobody came with the outfit when he was born or when they were born. Nobody. All of us, we came naked, and all of us, we go to toilet every single day. We are the same. There's nothing different between you. There's nothing different between Biden. There's nothing different between anybody out there. There's nothing different. All of us, we're the same. But what separates us? What separates me from you or you from another person is how you spend your 24 hours. That's what changes everything, right? So we want to have people who will love Africa and will be responsible for Africa and will give everything they can to protect and to honor and to cherish this beautiful continent that God has given us, and to protect our people, and have people that will not just think that, protecting people is the job of the government. There's so many politics going on in our governments, right? Sometimes even people's life doesn't matter anymore. But we know, because we are the people, we are the one that are affected all the time, right? So in 2022, I really hope it's not just going to be, the thing with movements, sometimes they're very popular, right? When something is going on. And then sometimes, they go down when things are slowing down. Then sometimes like that, it's something that you cannot stop. But I hope that this can be more than a movement. It can be something that we desire, something that we want, something that we want to see change for real. And this journey is not going to end, because change is every single day, right? So I'm never going to be satisfied, but every single time we'll be fighting. And I hope that we have those people out there who they're willing, to go on this journey that is not going to be easy, that's not going to be simple, but it's going to be something that is going to require a lot of sacrifice, a lot of giving, a lot of sometimes even, misunderstanding, but because we want to see a better Africa, tomorrow we want to see the better Africa, 1 year later. And we are all willing to go through that. That's my wish. I don't know if it makes sense. I feel like I was all over the place, but that's my wish.
You surely did. Mika, I'll back you up on that too. So, yes, we understand the policies now with the West and different other countries. We got the whole world, okay? The bottom line is we create this peaceful Africa, loving Africa. You think we're going to be living just by ourselves? There's a whole planet to run. We should be leading the rest of the planet by example. After we go through our own defects and fix our bugs and make sure that we are loving people and make sure that everybody benefits from this movement, especially to get rid of the poverty, get rid of mental poverty, and as well the hunger for food, and as well the hunger of knowledge. These are the things that we're not secluding ourselves from the rest of the world. It's just how we're going to be working in harmony with the rest of the world. Yes, we got the mineral. Yes, we've been abused. Well, how long I'm going to be dwelling on it unless I make a change? So once we make those changes, and once we voice out and start structuring on how we're going to move within our African continent, every citizen should be aware. We're not supposed to be hating. We're supposed to love what God created for us. I exist because you exist. This is something that we have to understand, because my existence is irrelevant if you don't exist. So we need to bring peace and harmony and love and show the world that we're stronger into promoting ourselves, that we're moving in the right direction. And if they want to help us, we just want to make sure there's no strings attached to it. We're just going to have to be smarter and operate smarter, because I'm not going to separate Africa from the rest of the planet, because God created it as it is. So we should enjoy as being African during this movement. You should enjoy the difference that you make in your community. You should use this ability to be very transparent. Be honest with yourself. The honesty is very important. Yes, you're hungry. The rest of the world, if you look at the West world, I live in America, day in, day out, you're working. You don't even have a thinking. It comes, your paycheck comes, your paycheck tax, and everything goes on the next day. So it's just a little routine. But again, I want people to enjoy their life. I want people to really look around. Go from Ethiopia, go to Mali. From Ethiopia, South Africa. From South Africa, go to Libya. That's what we want to see. And we can go to China. We can go to Russia. We can go to America. And in fact, that we have an African passport at the end of the day, we should be welcome in any part of the continent without visa. That's the strength that we're building. We maintain relationship, we use our diplomacy, and we use our resources as a leverage.
So good.
Wow. Thank you, Biggie. I just want to welcome IM. I think he's if he or she has been on the waiting list for a while. Welcome, IM.
Oh, hello, Mika. Hello, Ezra. Hello, everybody. How are you? I think you remember me from last time. I think you're forgetting me. Okay. Where should I start? What I'm thinking is, it's like from the beginning, from the 30s, from the 20s, these people being given a poison. That poison is in Africa. It's the West. I see as Africa being sick all over Africa. It's like a cancer. They're like cancers. They're all over. There's a bit of cancer here. There's a bit of cancer here. What they're doing to us. What I'm trying to say is they've been poisoning us, making us fight against each other, taking our resources and so on. Before we could do anything like this, we need to cut the cancer out of Africa. We need to get rid of all these NGOs. All of them, they come in a good hand with one hand and they take another. It's like they come to Ethiopia, they'll give like a grain and then want to take gold and so on. They've been taking us for a ride. So they've been each time we try to do something, they will always put a next poison. They will make us fight against each other, one tribe against another tribe, and so on. Before we got to start from the bottom. You can't go and say, no, China's in Africa for good things. Look at some of the Nigerians and look at some of the Ethiopians that's going to work there. They've been treated like dogs. And I'm sure you're aware during Corona, how they were kicking Nigerians and Ghanaians out of certain buildings. That's a racist country. How can a racist country blatantly, anyone who lives in Europe, America, and so on, just because they give you money, you know, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, they say, hey, here comes that black guy. What you want? They talk like that. You're black, you know it, you know that. Ezra, you've seen racism even in South Korea. And that's what I'm trying to say. We need to make them understand no more means you cannot be racist to us. We will stick together no matter what. We need to teach our leaders no means no. We need, say, for instance, if there's a leader that's messing about in Kenya, the rest of African leaders, they need to shame him out. If he's taking a backhand, put them up. No leader should stay as a leader in Africa, as a president or prime minister, if he's sleeping with the West. The West, look, somebody was writing something I quickly saw from Tanzania. Is it 4%? Brother, I don't think it's 4%. It's 2% they give to Tanzania. It's the same in South Africa with all the diamond mines. It's the Europeans that owns it. Till this day, the European owns it. It goes out of South Africa. All over Africa and Sudan. Do you know in Sudan, the gold, how many percentage? I think it's about 30% to Sudan and the rest is to the European company. How can we do that? They got our resources. They got everything in their hand. We need to have a mini, not violently, but a mini revolution means saying no means no and take what ours back. Let our leader take it and take that contract and buy them out. If we have to get all our desperados to buy that plant, gold plant, whatever, let us buy it and let it work for us. Our resources, we don't need to bring our resources. We have enough smart people, Africans outside that is bachelor degrees, who has a scientist and so on. Let them come back in, and we need to treat them and praise them with respect, not to put them down. Whatever government is, when a doctor comes to Africa and he wants to work in Africa, you need to open up your all resources, let him come, give him hospital, give him land to build whatever he wants. If we don't do that, we're losing all our smart minds to Europe, America, and so on. So what are we doing about that? What are we doing about that? There's a lot of Ethiopians here. They're talking about one Africa, one Africa, one Africa. I'm sorry, Yeni Onjo, Yeni Sawo, Chizia Lachut. You forgetting about you people. Our people, Ethiopians, are dying in Saudi's prison. No Pampax, no period stuff, no food. They're eating one meal a day. They're selling their body parts. But the word Africans not talking about it. We need to fix what's happening right now, the relevant. All African issues. If we stick together, no more means no more. If something happens in Kenya, all Africans, we need to shout about it. If it happens in Ethiopia, whatever, wherever we are, it doesn't matter. Just because there's a war in Ethiopia, yes, we have to shout about it. But if there's something, Ethiopian nationalities, something happening to them outside Ethiopia, we need to shout about them. A month ago, a lot of Ethiopians don't want to talk about it. They were trying to escape from Yemen. On the Saudi border, they all got gunned down. Over 300 migrants, Oromo, Amhara, Tigray. My brothers, our people are dying. They're playing with us. We need to wake up. Wake up means let's wake up with this movement. At the same time, let's pick our people and so on. I'll continue. What do you think about what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right. You are 10,000 billion times right on what's going on, because you really hit all the core of things that we need to pay attention. Okay, one of the things, in fact, on this discussion, this is one of the things that about our brothers and sisters in Saudi Arabia. There are other parts also that's been locked down. It's over 30,000 of them, and that's lives. You know, these are lives that have been held illegally without their consent. They've taken their passport. Those that has passport, their passport is being confiscated. There's a lot of atrocity that's going on in Saudi Arabia. But I'll tell you, my brother, look at Khashoggi. Khashoggi got gunned down and understood in black and white. The Saudi crown prince did right up front, in front of our face.
True.
There's no judgment. Right up front, and let alone to go on the 30,000. We just want to make sure that we heard. This is our motives now. How can we put this together and fight this kind of dictatorships and this kind of humiliation for just being a human? It's not just being Ethiopian. We provide Saudi Arabia most of their needs when it comes to agricultural, from cattle and livestock.
Yes,
that's where we get stronger and ask and demand that we need to stop doing this. Or in exchange for every cow that I'm sending, every goat that I'm sending, I need somebody to be released.
Precisely, my brother.
Believe me, this is something that's the most aching part in my body, and I'm trying to find a solution on how to get our people out of there, and how can we possibly make it like under the radar. How to get them out. How to get them out, because the minute that you shout, they will squeeze them more. You understand? They will squeeze more. They will do anything, because if they don't have justice for Khashoggi, the own person, then imagine what's going down. You're talking about Ethiopian, you're talking about Filipinos, you're talking about a lot of people that are arrested in there illegally.
Yeah, Nigeria, Ghana, there's other West Africans in there as well.
That's what this is exactly the movement and the next step that we need to think smart and how to get these people out of there. They need to get out. They want to get out.
We should be able we should be able to, you know, do something about it. I don't know if there's a way to. I don't know, like what about the
Mika?
yeah.
It's 100,000 now numbering. The worst thing is, look, I can understand any country you go to, if you don't follow the law, yes, you get arrested. They even arrest Europeans for not following rules, but they get fed, they get food, and so on. Now, guess what? Pakistanis get arrested, Sri Lankans get arrested, Indians get arrested. They get treated like human beings. Yeah, they get arrested. They're in a different prison, separately from the blacks. The blacks are dogs. They're dogs to them. They're not human beings. Because when you put somebody in a cage, even a dog has a better status of living. He gets fed 3 times a day. He gets walked and he gets cleaned from his caca and so on. These people, the toilets, my brother, the toilets are full up. I got evidence where they are beating them. The ladies, look, there's from a GoFundMe, there's a lot of money that's been kept in a Saudi bank. But the government said no. What they're trying to do is they're using them as a political pawns against Abiy. You see? Abiy, obviously, look, Abiy has nothing to lose. Of course, he wants his people back in. But they're making it sound like, oh, every time they say, oh, free us. No, it's not us. It's your government. We can let you go anytime. That's not true. They're trying to make people hate the Ethiopian government somehow. But they know it's not right. He has talked to them under. Yeah, go ahead.
If you notice, Abiy went officially and unofficially about this, and he brought the real topic about how to make the Ethiopian government look bad, and they're using that as an upper hand, because you'll scream for the UN and say human rights, and they're like, well, you know, they're in Saudi, they should be taken care of, but yet there's nobody that goes and visit and take time for our questions. But again, they will make the narrative about us. So this is exactly what I'm talking about: how to balance the two and find the loophole, and how to it's like Mano masnakat.
All right.
Mano nda masnakat. Mano masnakat
that's
Mano masnakat. You know, when you play soccer, okay, and if I'm toward the goal area, the shoot one, you know what I do? I kick the ball where the guy touches it with his hand. So now I got a free kick. That's the exact game that I want to play. You understand? Make them understand they're under scrutiny. But when you see Khashoggi that's going down, and nothing has been done right in front of your face. The world should be getting up for this one man.
Oh, look, we need to go. First of all, as a woman, right? Every woman should have tampons. You know what they said to them? You can use your hijab as something to use it as to stop your blood. They desiccated outside the toilet because the toilet, they on purposely locked up the toilet. They didn't clear it away. And if somebody died, they say, oh, it takes 5 days to come because your government shut down. There's nobody in the embassy. You see what I'm saying? And why during the summer, in my movement, brother, in my movement here, we said last summer, please open the air conditioning. There's nothing we didn't do. We make so much videos and so on. We shouted whatever, but they said no. Here comes winter. It's the coldest time in Saudi now. They put in the AC on 24/7. Why? They want them to get sick a little bit. Yeah.
I am. I wanna know this. So, what do you think we can do? I wanna hear the suggestions.
Okay, what we can say: be aware. Look, every Ethiopian that's here, every African here, let you people know. Share the videos. If you're a writer, write about it. And eventually, it's gonna hit the Saudis government. You know, it's not like other government. It's gonna hit the tourism. If the Nigerians know. A lot of Nigerians are in prison and their people getting hurt. They're not going to go and spend their money. There's a lot of rich Ethiopians where they spend their money in Dubai all the time and in the Emirates. We need to hit them where it hurts in their finance and so on. Because we know Saudi's going bust. As you know, they're in debt for trillions to China. Eventually, like you said last time, was it Uganda airport was going to be taken over? Now China's got her eye on Dubai airport. How about that? So we need to. I don't know. We need to talk about it.
I'm asking this because you know, as you say that even the government try anything to take these people away. The government,
but that's the whole point. America gave, look, I don't know, a lot of people which I don't understand. Saudi's under the twisted control hands of USA from the beginning. You know that.
So I am. So let's do this. Let's do this. You know, we can give you a session. All right. We'll come back again another day with a session. The only topic it will be this one. First of all, to bring awareness about what's going on there. And you will come, you will present, you will talk about everything, you know. If it is 1 hour, if it is 2 hours, you will talk about it. And then right now we are listening. Right now, everybody who is listening here, we can think about the ways that we are going to bring awareness about this issue, and you know, to ask, to demand, you know, for the right of our people. So what we can do is you come with that. And you know, I think you have my WhatsApp, right?
I'm in the WhatsApp group. I'm in the WhatsApp
all right.
group. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Or anyone here, if it's me, if it's Biggie,
Mika, if you can make him moderate, sometime I could leave so the Ethiopians understand, because there might not be some Ethiopians here. I can leave links to the Amharic where the prisoners talking from prison. What's happening to them? Please, if you can make me a moderator, I can leave links so they'd be aware. At the same time, our African brothers, there's a lot of Ugandans, there's a lot of Nigerians. It's not just Ethiopians. I know a lot of Ethiopians are there. No, but the world isn't talking about it. They tried to escape from Yemen. They got shut down. 300 Ethiopians just last week were shut down.
This one is going to be about everyone, all Africans who are suffering in Saudi Arabia. We're going to raise a voice about them. And we're gonna be very organized so that when we start raising a voice about this, everybody out there who is a part of the Africa movement, who has been impacted, will do something about it. So we'll come. If we come with a hashtag, we'll come with something. Just prepare that, and you're gonna have your session. And then on our side as well, we're gonna prepare. We're gonna organize in a better way. How can we come with something that is gonna actually save our people from there?
Look, Mika, you know the funny thing about it? Why I don't understand this? There's a lot of Ethiopians that's here, but they're not aware of what's happening to our people they live in America, Europe, and so on. But they're not aware of what's happening to our people or other Africans in Saudi Arabia. You know, it's new stuff. Even in Ethiopia, they don't know. They think they went there to work. This is worse than modern day slavery. It's worse than back in the days. You know?
Sorry, I am. This is Abysssinia. It's not just they don't know, actually. Many people have, you know, ignorance issues also in Ethiopia. That's one thing that I've observed. They don't, like you said, when one country invades, I mean, your sovereignty by sabotaging the people in their country and kidnapping them or arresting them for no reason. So, like, there has to be a boycotting response from the government, a boycotting response from, you know, seizing of investment, seizing of businesses in Ethiopia, unless they release their prisoners, just like the Israelis do. It's not, you know, as long as we let the bullies bully us, they were always going to do. Yeah, so
the other thing is we have a lot at stake. You see, in those prisons, we got over 30,000
100,000.
No. From the Ethiopian side, the official that they gave us was 30,000.
No, it's more than brother. That's more than that. More than that. Now, even now.
For me, even one is important. Okay,
one is
But one of the thing that I'm looking at. Okay, if we had an opportunity when Khashoggi issue came in, and all the world should be come and ask for justice. The world got shut down. The world didn't say a word. Maybe between intra-family and everything else, settlement and everything else. Okay. In Saudi Arabia, there's a clear law that say eye for an eye. Okay. And this murder happened, and nobody said anything. It went under the cover. I don't know where it is right now. And guess what? This is the time when people are supposed to be outside asking for justice for what went on and use their own constitution. Okay, so we're still not late. We're still not. We can demand Khashoggi's life.
Yeah.
What happened to him? And how come the world didn't say a word about it? Because
the Saudi paid themselves. Yeah,
that's
they paid
money.
them out. They paid them out. They paid.
So guys, I am. Sorry. So I am, as I said, since today we already have a topic. I know this is very important.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know this is very important, and I know you're very passionate about this. All of us, we are. So what do you think about Wednesday, 29th?
Okay, definitely. We'll set up.
Will you be ready with presentation, something that you wanna, because we wanna go.
Okay.
We all agree that there's a lot of people they don't know about this, so you can prepare this, and if you're okay with Wednesday, 29, but if you're not okay, we can still do even next year. But it seems that this is something very important, so we have to do.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're okay.
Okay, I'll try to get it ready for Wednesday. If not, I will speak to you, Israel, through the WhatsApp and get your attention and so on. Okay.
Yeah. So we can prepare everything like as if you're telling somebody who don't know anything that is going on about all Africans who are there in Saudi Arabia, because we want everybody to be involved and all Africans to come together to raise their voice.
Yes.
And we're gonna use the platform to raise a voice about those people who are there in Saudi Arabia. I hope we can get someone who is, who maybe has been there or something like in that environment, to also give us as a witness, voice as well, so that this what we're gonna do, because we're gonna demand to see some changes in this. We can come, we can talk the whole day about that.
Yeah, right? Mika, they're actually hunting them by location now. With the GPS, they find that so there's a program, if they speak in Amharic, Tigrinya, or Romania, they pick it up. They're like, when you work in Saudi, you're a female. You go to a place called Ijaza.
We're gonna talk about that. So let's save that for that day.
Okay.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, you can.
Yunus Mohammed, you are next. The floor is yours, Yunus.
Yes, I want to ask that boy about talking about Ethiopia and what's happening in Saudi Arabia. And I want to ask him, do you know what happened in Libya with Somali people that are...
Yes, they're putting them in prison as well. Same, there's Ethiopians in
prison.
Libya as well.
They put in, not in prison. They
and killed.
They
killing them.
They buy
their life, freedom. Are you trying to say?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
Yunus.
Yes.
I think on Wednesday, please join us as well, as I will also be doing a presentation. Yeah. You can also highlight the issue in Libya. This is not the only country. There's many other countries where I think this also has to do, even Dubai, we've seen people complaining as well from other countries, especially those who work as domestic workers and stuff being
they are domestic.
So we need those are things that we will be highlighting. And but for today, for us, for the sake of the topic, let's focus on what we need to do going forward. I know this is also part of it, but on Wednesday it's a specific topic. We'll be talking about immigration, work permits, all these things that are affecting Africans as they are going to other nations, and that's where all the information we need there. But for now, let's come up with solution. What do you think we should focus on? One of them it's immigration and how people are treated and stuff. So Eunice, you can continue. I think we lost Eunice there. I'll go to Bemnet. How are you, my sister? Bemnet.
Hello.
How are you?
I am doing well. Just lost in the discussion.
Yeah,
it is an interesting discussion. But on Wednesday, maybe I will listen to both Ayam and maybe Big E or Yanis. what I wanted to say is that it is actually related, but I don't want to mention what they have said. The truth is, as long as we keep, for example, if we let the prisoners in Saudi Arabia, we shout and we let them free, and then there is another round, even now, listening that there are people, there are this, maids in Saudi Arabia prison. There are also people going there now at this right moment. So it depends on the prevention of, at least from, others going there. Others will continue to suffer as long as it is not prevented. So as long as our continent is unbearable and we feel that there is no opportunity in our continent to work, to live, and to live in a dignified way, then this will continue. This 100,000 might be freed, and then there are another 100,000 will continue. And in Ethiopia, we have seen, I have a horrible image that I remember vividly. I think I have seen it 8 years or 9 years ago. Around 1,000 individuals in a container has passed away, trying to go to maybe South Yemen or somewhere. I don't remember the exact place where they were trying to go to. They were Ethiopians, and they were trying to go somewhere. Imagine deciding to go to be in the container to leave Ethiopia. What were they? What was life? What kind of life they were leading? So that is my question for us. I think in this platform, of course, we will continue this beautiful No More One African movement. But in addition, we need to think about the future, really, to have, I think yesterday I heard Biggie saying that there is a vision, a plan, and, those kind of, to see it clearly, like to see what kind of end product that we want to see, maybe in the next 10 years, in the coming 20 years. What kind of Africa, what kind of Ethiopia, and in general, what kind of continent that we need to see, so that this kind of things cannot happen. And at this right moment, I tell you that there are people trying their own way to go away from Ethiopia or the continent, to go out. They die in the ocean, they die in the prison, they die everywhere. In Ethiopia, in the past 30 years, the system has been really, really killed, specifically the education system. So individuals, youth do not have hope. They don't want to, some of them learn and they got their degree, their masters, and they are jobless. These people try their best to go out in a different way, and they lose their dignity and their, they don't even treat themselves as they want to be treated. So it starts with that. We need to treat ours as equally as we think as that others treat us, and we need also to really think about what we want for the continent, and we need to develop it. It is not there. So for the next generation not to suffer like this, we need to start working now in the continent to create a better place, so that nobody would live forced to be living like this in a prison or somewhere in the ocean, dying or trying, thinking like that. So I'm sorry, I'm a bit disorganized. Thank you.
Yeah, one thing I want to add to you is that Avi and Isaias, they had a discussion.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to give Brother Rich some time because he's been asking to do, since we know he's at work as well. Brother Rich, you can continue, and then Biggie, I'll come back to you. Then you can add to that point.
I'll make it fast. I'll make it fast. Because I still have people here anyway. No. Yeah. One second, brother. I'll make it fast. So I just have four points. 4 points, right? So first one, I think that we need to start building information communication systems so we can communicate with each other. Because a lot of conflicts in Africa can be avoided if we communicate with each other. If we can communicate with each other properly, we can solve our own problems our own way, and people won't be able to sell our different tribes weapons so that they can kill each other, because we will have that communication. I think that one of the reasons why they're able to infiltrate these tribes so easily is because we can't communicate with each other effectively. That way we can prevent war and so on if we build better communication systems. Next thing is agronomy. We have to practice the art of not just consuming food, but turning food into fuel and chemicals so that we can use to serve our interests, our own interests, and our people. Agriculture is more than just planting. It has to be mixed with technology in order for us to actually use that agriculture to its full potential. I was surprised to find out yesterday that our revolutionary leader, Amilcar Cabral, he was an agronomist. He studied agronomy in Portugal before he went back to Guinea-Bissau and started that revolution that gave Guinea-Bissau their independence. Next thing we have to focus on is repatriation, right? Repatriation for our people all over the world. We have to find a way to connect with them. Those who want to be repatriated could come back and help. Those who want to stay outside can help in other ways. They don't have to come back and live and do all the things that some of us might want to do. So we have to build, that stuff can be done with our communication systems as well. And then my last thing is intelligent organization. We have to organize intelligently so that we can build support systems for our people, so that we can support our teachers, our engineers, our scientists. All those things will need support systems, and they can be done without intelligent organization. That's what I believe that we should focus on in 2022. Also, we really do have to find a way to bypass this COVID restriction business. We have to find a way to get our own planes. You know what I mean? A lot of these things sound big right now, but honestly, Bridget, we have enough manpower, we have enough human resources so that we can all put our 1 cent and 2 cents and dollars together and start to do these things, just how Selassie did it back when he was emperor. Selassie did something when he was emperor that made Ethiopia has one of the best airlines in Ethiopia in the entire continent right now. Mm-hmm. Selassie did that. So we can do that ourselves too. There are direct flights now from Africa to certain places in the Caribbean. Those who can't get out of America, get straight to Africa, come to the Caribbean, catch that flight and go straight back. But these things can be done with our intelligent organization and building information systems so that we can communicate with each other to figure out how we are going to get things done, and not just run into each other on the internet. You know what I mean? It must be intelligent organization, and it must be intentional. These are the 4 things that I think about. So building better communication systems so we can prevent these wars, agronomy, repatriation for our people, and intelligent organization to build support systems. That's what I think.
Thank you very much, Brother Rich. Biggie, sorry I had to catch you there. You are next. You can add what Sister Begnet was talking about.
Yeah, and what I wanted to add was there was a plan that was not only planned, but Dr. Abiy in his immigration, he was putting plans that nobody should suffer to exit Ethiopia for a better opportunity, because he said enough is enough. If you really want to live the country, you don't want to live in the country. He just wants you to do the due diligence instead of playing like a lotto Yeah, hopefully somebody's going to pick me up, is to legally obtain passport. You can leave the country for any reason, and you can come back anytime you feel like coming back. But he wants it to have people that they have that opportunity. Yes, come and get your passport, get yourself together, but understand where you're going and how you're going to obtain visa and all that. It should be done what in your own home comfortably, instead of figuring it out after you start your path to being a refugee. As a refugee, doesn't guarantee you life. There's a lot of people that passed. A lot of people died suffering. It's not the old, you get a refuge and then some UNESCO UN member country pick you up and everything else. Nowadays, the world is migrating from one end to another because the world is in a chaos. So there was a program that he started, and at the same time, people that goes to different places, they have those countries have a contractual agreement with the government, but they're not adhering, such as what we talked about Saudi Arabia. There's a contract that he makes sure that you want this many people to come and work in your country. We want to make sure they're treated right and follow and so and so. But again, like you said, there's another whole new migration that's going back and forth because they need that human resource. They need that human resource, and they will come throughout the whole continent of Africa, Asia, India, Pakistani, Filipinos, including there are Koreans that migrate too. So there's something that there's a place that Avi is trying to formulate where they can have this opportunity. Are you going to just leave the country, you're sick and tired of it, and then try a different opportunity? Do it the legal way. Don't play this lotto. So there's a lot of things that are under work, but it's being shadowed through a lot of these wars that's going on right now, and that includes the everybody that's held against their will in certain countries. Again, I don't want to take too long on this, but there's a plan, and I wish I can give you more information on that, but I'll research it and I'll post it along with the Wednesday presentation.
Okay.
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 Thank you very much, Biggie. I'm just gonna give Josie. Joseph is always here, and he's been waiting. Then after Josie, we're gonna go to Eunice Mohammed again because he lost connection to finish his point. Josie,
Yep.
the teacher Josie. That's teacher Josie, by the way. He's our teacher. He's also a teacher. Professionally, he's a teacher.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I want to just focus on discussion point on the actually different guys has raised different issues. My point of discussion is based on Biggie's idea, which says creating peaceful Africa. He said, I hope he said so. Now, before I come to the StreamYard, I've been looking on comments, because I'm inspired by some comments, and you'll get a lot from those super chats comments actually, and that is why I came late to the StreamYard directly. And now, regarding creating peaceful Africa, if you think this should be Africa's focus in the coming year, then what is to be done to create a peaceful Africa is my question. And this is my discussion point, So to create a peaceful Africa, every country, every province, just go down up to every individual person, particularly the one African families should focus on this creation of peaceful Africa, because peace precedes other. I acknowledge that. And so to create a peaceful country, first individual person should be peaceful by himself or by herself. That means we should have a peaceful mind. If we don't have peaceful mind, we can hardly create, let alone a peaceful continent, even a peaceful relationship with friends. And so, peaceful continent begins with making a peaceful mind. And I hope no one ignores this. Actually, there are many things, but I only focus on creating peaceful mind. And to do so, one should avoid self-hatred first. Self-hatred, ignoring oneself for failures, weaknesses, and this should be avoided. And rather, what is to be done? One should try to improve oneself and stop conflict with oneself and make meditation. One should make meditation with himself or herself, and that is how peaceful mind comes. Next, appreciating oneself, accepting oneself. You know, what inspired me on the super chat is one of the participants, the family members, son temples, it says, I think. We are great. We Africans are great in technology, in whatever he said. And he raised even about chemists. And this is great. I think if this person come to StreamYard, I hope he share us a lot, because I've been looking at some super chat message. And so appreciating oneself, accepting oneself. Kenyans should accept themselves and appreciate themselves as Kenyans, as Ethiopians, Ethiopians as Ethiopians, Congo as Congolese, and the whole Africans should appreciate and accept themselves for they are Africans, and should think we are big and powerful because the reason for saying so is, if we are united, it is undoubtable, or it is unarguable that we are powerful. The next, one should have trust and be optimistic that unity and independence of Africa, peaceful Africa, is sure to be achieved. One should convince oneself, first of all, because if you don't convince yourself, you cannot convince others. As you can't create peace in your neighbor if you are not peaceful, if you have conflict with yourself. And so, again, to have peaceful mind, one should refrain from evil acts, evil thinking. And this is what every country, every person should act on, should teach others, should inform others. And so awareness should be made everywhere on this issue. And peace of mind, having peace with oneself, and then with friends, with family, and so forth, and goes like that. That is how peaceful continent is created, as to me. That is my objection. And lastly, I want to say, to have, again, peaceful mind, one should make his life based on doing what he wishes to be done for him or for her. Or an inspiring quote from the Holy Scripture says, that is what gives you mental peace, or peace of mind and satisfaction. Because when you do evil things and then you accuse yourself later, oh, I shouldn't have than that. And then you continue, you continue like that. And so this is what should be preached to every individual, and this is what every individual act and perform. And so actually this is where peaceful continent begins. As to me, this is my idea for the time being, and I'll be back if I get time later on. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Teacher Josie. He's a teacher, by the way, a professional teacher, for those who don't know. And I just want to give Yunus Mohammed, it's your floor again. I know you got disconnected earlier.
Yes,
You
yes.
can finish your point.
I cannot speak good English because I'm from the Netherlands, but I can try it.
Which other language do you speak? Dutch, and which other language do you speak?
Somalis.
Somalis. Do you have somebody who can translate?
No, I can speak English, but
Okay.
yes,
Let's see how far you can get. Whatever you can put across, the floor is yours, brother.
yes. And we talk about peace, but I will say we can never have peace because we have the Americans and Europes who are in Africa, and we can never have peace if they stay in Africa because uh, they they wanna take everything from us what we ever have made. Like in Somalia, they have take a lot of things. Like history, our history says when we were colonized by the British, they have give our lands to Ethiopia and Kenya, and then they know we want to take it back, and we will fight for it. And then Russia help Ethiopia, and we go to America and we say to them, we want money to get weapons. Then they say to us, uh, they say yes, you can have little money. They know that we lose from Ethiopia then, and then they give Somaliland weapons and this and that to make a civil war happen, and then they can take everything from us, like they did in many African lands. And I think if we not take our lands back and kick out the Americans and Europe's, we never have peace. This where I want to talk about.
Eunice, I think we'll seek more on the focus, but I'll give the floor now to Dr. Ebenezer, and then after Dr. Ebenezer, I'll give you your chance, and then after we go to Bemnet, then after Bemnet we'll go to Rich, and then Biggie. But Dr. Ebenezer, the floor is yours again.
Thank you, Ezra. You can hear me, right?
Can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay. Um. Well, everyone has been going to the Saudi issue, and I don't want to go there because that needs a thorough work with the media within the country in Ethiopia and within every other country in Africa. So like I don't want to repeat, but I want to urge on the creation of awareness about the things that are happening to Africans everywhere, not just Saudi or anywhere, just even in China and And when I said earlier that we need to take charge, that we need to take control of our economy, we need to be self-reliant, self-sufficient. In 2022, I think what the platform needs to plan and to think about is self-sufficiency. I live in Ethiopia. Um, there are challenges, yes. There is a struggle, yes. Um, Also, there are problems, yes. But I always say, like, when there's a problem, there's a solution. So the solution is the business. Um, Maybe that's because I have an entrepreneurial ideas that I want to plant on the ground, and then people can grow from them. But that's not just it. When you look on the ground, when you're living here, you understand the facts of the matter. And not only that, when you look in the entire Africa, in the entire continent of Africa, there's a huge potential. And the problem is, we think that there is heaven out there when we go to Europe, or there is a better pay out there when we go to America or Saudi Arabia. We're not willing to do that here, and we're not self-sufficient by ourselves, and we're not, like Josie said earlier, it's all about having faith in ourselves, having faith in our struggles, in our fights. It could be tough, but it gets tougher every day. I understand that. But as Africans, in 2022, we need to march into economic self sufficiency, self reliance. I don't believe in fleeing your country to change your life because I, not because I live a comfortable life or a rich life, but I always face professional challenges. For example, doctors in Ethiopia don't want to work in the rural parts of Ethiopia. I understand where they come from. Engineers in Ethiopia don't want to work in the rural part of Ethiopia. They want to stick to the capital city, Addis Ababa. Agricultural graduates from university, they don't want to work in the rural parts of Ethiopia. They want to work in Addis, the capital city. Uh, like every professional that graduates from university wants to stay in the capital city of Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, which is Addis Ababa. I like like the fact that Addis Ababa is a modern city in Ethiopia and all those, factual things. But the problem lies where people don't want to build empires, but they just want to stick to the empires that are already built, cities that are already built. So if you ask an African why, most of the time, why we want to go somewhere outside the country, is system out there. And they have built that system on our ancestral bloodline. It was built by the blood and sweat of black slaves, that those continents are functional today. It's because of our ancestors' sweats and bloods. And that fact we have to understand. And then we have to say, what are we willing really to do to Africa to have a system that is running within the continent and that serves its people and the purpose of achieving the richness of its people. So still, I'm going to stick with the fact that Africa, not only in 2022, starting from this day forth, Africa and all Africans. I know I am is listening to this one, and I'm really irritated. You have no idea what kind of you know rage I'm in. I'm trying to control myself at every point, and I'm trying not to lose it. But there's this thing. If we don't invest on our land, if we don't work and change our system, nobody's going to come and change it for us. It's up to us to make Africa great, and it's up to us to keep Africa poor. If we keep leaving, and if we expect someone to come and change it for us, no one will do it. We have to be here. Scholarships, I appreciate them. Um,
studying outside, I appreciate them. Working outside of Ethiopia or Africa, I appreciate it. If you're coming back, but if you're leaving for good because that system is more comfortable than the African system, that's their plan. That's what they want you to think because they need your brain for their country. So they give you a comfortable system that runs, and then you forget the system that you left, and you don't even want to try to change it. We don't. We're not willing to sacrifice our comfort from America, our comfort from Europe to change Africa. We want to stay in Europe because the European system is comfortable. We want to stay in the United States of America because there's PayPal or MasterCard. We don't want to create that for Africa. We don't want to create a common thing for Africa. We just feel comfortable where there is comfort. That's not the actual hard work that Africa needs. In 2022, I hope we create awareness about these things, these facts that we can create. Those systems that you see in Europe, those systems that you see in America, those systems that you see in Australia or Korea or Japan, everywhere you go in a functional areas, those systems were created by people, and we are people. Actually, we are the beginning of people. And once we understand that we are the source of life, that life started in Africa, that we are the beginning of civilizations, then we will understand that we can create those systems. It's not only them that has brains. We have brains. We have geniuses born here and raised in America. We have geniuses born in Africa, raised in Europe, because they sponsor only the best ones from our schools and brain drain Africa. Then our education system fails, our healthcare system fails, our call it anything, everything fails. Even our customer service fails. Why? Because we are left with the what do you call it? A fractured system. Because everyone who was supposed to fix the system is gone. We're brain drained. I think that is where we need to focus. That we need to sacrifice our comfort zone for Africa. As long as we're not willing to do that for Africa, then this whole scream is going to be, like in a second, America can decide for her citizens to, do whatever they wish to do anywhere in the world because there's economic upper hand. But Africans, we can't because we don't control the economy. We are actually dependent on the economy of others. So we need to work on the potential that Africa has, and we need to utilize that potential and control the economic upper hand so that at the end of the day, when there is pain and suffering for Africans anywhere, we can fight for them. We can scream out loud for them. And our voices are not going to be kept down because we control the economy too. We decide on the economy too. When we do that, when we are self-reliant, then our voices are heard. Israel is the smallest country in the entire world. Probably. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But Israel negotiates about her citizens because she controls the economy. So this is the actual fact. We need to work on the potential of Africa. We need to invest in Africa. We're not supporting anything that is being done in Ethiopia or in Kenya or anywhere. We're just the media, the mainstream medias are showing us the bad things that are happening to Africa. Why are they only showing us the bad things? What about the good things that are happening? What about the living together, the harmony, the diversity? They don't want people to see that because they want all the Africans that are living outside Africa, all the Africans that are living in Europe or in America to feel discomforted by the news that they hear from the mainstream media. So I want a united Africa, of course, a one Africa, of course, but I want a strong Africa too. A strong Africa, strong youth that will say no more hunger because we're not hungry, folks. We're not just hungry. We're living on a blessed land. If you eat a mango and if you throw it anywhere, it will grow. in Ethiopia. You don't even need to plant the seed. Throw it, it will grow. And you'll have a mango tree feeding others the other time. The mango you ate and dropped, the fruit that you ate and the seed that you dropped can grow on our land. We have a blessed land, but yet there is no mango in Ethiopia. We import apple. We import grapes. And there is a beautiful land that's fertile. Oh, who's going to work on it? Nobody. Investors have to come from outside. Why aren't we fighting for investing in our country, in our own country, and making our state dependent on ourselves, not others, ourselves. So as long as we're not controlling the economy, we're not controlling anything. And I like to mention to Nigel's perspective also on this, we need to have a defense system. Whatever you do, you have to defend it. And for that, Africa needs an African defense system, an African intelligence system. Like it or not, this is the way. Peaceful, but also defended, well protected. You can't build a castle and say, we're peaceful so you can all come in. You need to work on intelligence services. You need to work on military services, healthcare services, and education services, agriculture, all the services that you need to provide for your people. You need to work on those. So we want change. Let's be the change. Let's not be influenced. So I believe, I don't know if I've made a good point or a bad point, if I've offended anyone, but this is what I feel. We need to take control of our fate. Let it not be written by others. Let us write it down and let's keep it for history. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ebenezer. And before I can take the platform, let me just welcome our brother who has not had a 10, Gideon, and then we're going to go to IM. Brother Gideon, how are you? Hello? Can you hear us, Gideon? Gideon? I think Gideon is still muted. Unmute your microphone, Gideon. Okay. It seems like Gideon is struggling to connect. I am.
Okay.
Going back to the topic, what should we focus on in the coming year, 2022?
I want to touch on some of the points what the doctors just said. I am aware of a lot of things that you said. First of all, why we should leave, why we leave in, and so on. Why the people have to leave Africa. Why a lot of things. What happened is, doctor. First of all, a maid leaves Ethiopia. She makes 3 times more than a doctor. Her wages. That's the kind of things why they leave to go make money, to make a better stuff. Secondly, what you said was opportunity. Of course, we're not stupid. We're all educated, all of us who lives outside. We tried and we knocked out our government many times. No, they would rather kiss the butt of the Europeans and give them better chances for land, for different kind of projects. You know, there's a lot of Ethiopians and Ethiopians that's outside came to the country with different paths. Actually, they left Ethiopia and currently working in Kenya because Kenya said, oh, Ethiopians, welcome. Come on, build whatever you want. You want a hotel, you build it. You got the money, come on. In Ethiopia, whatever government that was there for the last, from Mengistu to so on and so on, as my research, they always mistreated their own people. That's why a lot of people will come and to Ethiopia. Yes, there's a lot of millionaires, Ethiopians all over the world. That left long time ago. They got the money, but they'd rather come, visit, and go. They would never want to invest because a lot of time they lose their businesses, their machines being taken. They don't get treated. There's a lot of doctors that rather work in Africa for less money just when they're just about to retire and they got their last 10 years, they want to come back to Ethiopia and work there. But no chances. They get mistreated. First of all, in Africa, whatever African country, you have to welcome your desperados to come in. When we come in and we say we have a skill, you need to respect us. I don't want to see you respecting some Arab, some European worse than me, and he's less educated, less than me. You rather give him the contract. I want to spend my money in my country. Yes, I'm willing to work in the rural area. I'm willing to work in the rural area. No, you won't give me that chance. I want to buy.
I think we lost I am there. I'll go to. I'll give our sister.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Somebody called me in the middle of it. Sorry. You're right, Doctor. This is my problem. Any government in Africa welcome in 2022. They need to welcome their desperados to come and drop money. They want to come, treat them like people. Open, contracts. Don't make them wait 6, 7 months, 1 year just to get a land. You give better offer to Europeans. Yes, you said about apple. Yes, I know a lot about agriculture and micro vegetation, but no, I approach Ethiopian government. They say, no. Some Europeans got that. You cannot do that. The red tape is opened for Europeans, but for Africans that want to come work at home, there's a problem with it. Of course, brother, there's a lot of, we might like, I grew up, when did I go? From the age of 3, my mom took me to UK at the age of 3. I live in the States and UK. Yes, I'm aware of Ethiopia. I love Ethiopia. I love going there to live there. But as I love many times, I knocked the door to do a lot of projects. No. I was getting mistreated. I was getting like, no, you're going to get this contract, but you got to pay this money. They open the door for you till you transfer your money. Once you transfer your money into the Ethiopian bank, they say you have to pay this, you have to pay that. They will treat you like puppets. Then after that, you try to bring your machines or your electronic stuff. They want to charge. First, they tell you, oh, you could do that. No problem. You're going to pay no tax, whatever. And after that, when you bring it, no. If you don't pay, you're going to lose this machine. No. They did that to a lot of people. We tried that. There's a lot of time. Please do your research.
I am. Then I see you've been raising a lot of issues. We need solutions.
I was returning it back to him. Yeah, that was
usual.
Solution. That's what I
want solutions. What do you think?
My solution is for the African leaders when we want to go and invest our money or our skills. Don't put red tape on it. Don't make everything expensive for us. You rather give the contract to Europeans. We need to cut this cancer out of it and African for African. You see, first of all, then give the contract to them. Why is that? They put us back. They make it work hard. Whatever country you go to in Africa, ask an African why you don't want to invest in your country. He would tell you the same story. We need to change that thing with our leaders. All right, continue.
Okay, thank you. That's corruption that we need to get rid of. That should be a focus that we need to get rid of in the coming year. That's I am. And I think Dr. Ebenezer, you want to say something?
I'm not actually arguing the fact that there is a problem on the ground. I am. In case you misunderstood, what I meant is you cannot expect the change to happen and then you don't come in a comfort zone. You left, you're staying somewhere else, and you could have changed something here.
I didn't leave. I was a kid. My mother took me.
I know. I understand. Yeah. I'm not saying. Okay. I'm not blaming.
But I tried to come back. As a man, I tried to come back. That's what
can you listen and can you listen and respond?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Good. What I'm trying to say is, you are an invaluable asset for Ethiopia. That's what I understand. So if you're here, and if we can tackle the problem together, that's what I believe in. That's what I call brain drain. So a European system, American system is comfortable. I understand that because the system is functional over there. But to be honest with you, it's still dysfunctional in many parts of Ethiopia or in many parts of Africa. So unless we have people with brains come here and work to change the system, because we have programmers in America, Ethiopian programmers, website developers, app developers. Uh, I mean, in the I don't know, in the industry area, we have lots of Ethiopians functioning in America for American interests. So if they could come back and we can arrange the platform, and if we can change all those things, this is what the movement is all about. I didn't say this is a fun road. I didn't say this is an easy. I said this is what I want Africa to work on 2022. I think this platform needs to start a movement that all the assets that are living outside Africa, all African assets, including knowledge assets, people who are so knowledgeable, need to get back to their continent, need to come back to the roots and obliterate the system from inside out and fix it. Unless we do the master plan, unless we arrange the master plan, I'm here, you're there. Just chat here is not going to change. But if we are here and if we can bring as many people as possible who have the knowledge, who have the equipment, the proper tools and skills to change a system, not the government. It's not about overthrowing a government or something.
No, that's not what I said.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, like people, when you say, like, for example, when I say changing the system, people might think, it's changing the government. I just want to make it clear for people. It's not about government. It's about people's mentality. It's about people's the system that runs in the country. For example, when you go to customs, the customs gives you a hard time the whole day and blah blah because they don't know what they're doing. See, that's what I mean. Education system, you can impact it. I can impact it. Somebody can impact it. There are people who are good at educating, but there is no education here. But it's fake. I can tell you it's fake because I went through it. So, like, all I'm wishing for is Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, anywhere you go in Africa, we need a functional system that communicates. Like Rich Francis earlier said, we need a communication system that we need to build it ourselves. Niger once said, we need an army that defends Africa from an outside intrusion. So we need people to come back to the roots and take the risk, face the challenge, but they're going to fix something because we have a limited time on Earth. And on that limited time, we need to perform to our maximum potential and change Africa for our children and grandchildren. That's what
I'll add one more thing on that, if you don't mind.
Me too. Go ahead.
You see, when you're in diaspora, you live abroad, you're working on the system. Everything that you, let's say, anything that you want to get done has been done through everything with the respect of the law in order. Okay. So when you go back to Africa, you need to have a little basic orientation. You need to understand that the country that you left 20 years ago it's not going to wait for you the same way and operate. Plus, you evolved on a high level on your skill wise, your way of doing a business, and then you come back to Ethiopia to influence, the way it works. Sometimes, you want the changes overnight. It's not going to happen because you coming in from an advanced country and where people are going to start looking at you, hey, this guy, who you think he is, we're trying to work the system and now he's trying to really change the system where it doesn't have any solution to the system, even though you give them the solution, but it's not going to be effective because there's a process in each country. Each nation in the continent has a way of doing business. And at the same time, the local are the one that's going to help you first understand how the operation on any given skill that you want to contribute, or any business you want to bring in, you have to be very coherent about the current affair in the country, because you got money, the knowledge. You cannot push everything, shove everything, and try to make a difference overnight. It has to be really analyzed. It's like taking another orientation course within your country that you left about 5, 10 years ago. Change is very fluid. So there, for me, is the 2022 for Africa is to diasporas all over the world to get to know your country. What is the current affair? What can I help with? And if I do help, who's going to facilitate me into the introduction toward the country without offending anybody? Because people get offended. The first thing is, who you think he is, because you're from Congo, but you come in from America, and now you're trying to act an American, you know. But these are the things that we need to establish: a communication between the diaspora and the actual country of origin. And in fact, there are other African that work in different part of Africa other than their own native countries, and they've been also successful. But again, if you're going to start bringing the diaspora in, first you got to lay out the rules of engagement and how they can engage in the process, and make them understand. Sometimes something you thought it takes about 24 hours, it might take a month. Month of a process. So you have to take an account, on what you can do. Before, any diaspora that went in there, there was a government that really was sitting down and sucking your money. And I can, as an example, I went back in 1996 where there was no cellular phone. And I tried to advise on the telecommunication. The first thing, everybody thought they're going to, even the local, they think they can put an antenna, transmit, and you're good to go. And I said, no. I said, this is not going to work, because eventually you're using the airspace of the country and the country national security. But again, those people had the possibility to launch it. Eventually, they got shut down. They took the idea, my vision, but they failed. It could have been done a lot. They would have been very prosperous if they really went through my advice, through the government. Make sure you're clear, you got a green light. But a lot of them failed. So what I'm saying, in 2022, for me, the first thing is the call for diaspora, okay, to come and execute whatever the idea that you have, but get to know your country. Get to know it. How is it processed? Do your due diligence before you go. It's like any investment. You're going to need to read the prospectus, on what's going to wait for you. So we cannot beat down the government that, oh, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. We got to be also flexible as a diaspora when you go in and understand what it takes to build your business. What does it require when it comes to the politics of businesses, not politics of the government, but the business aspect.
Businesses, yeah.
So we need to encourage diaspora. Each country, each African countries have also the responsibility as an African to give them a guidance, to be able to have a spot where they can get information. Okay, Congo, here's the process of business. Here's for the housing, here's for the equipment, here's for doctors, you list all these opportunities and how long it takes to get the license, because they're not going to waste time. So there's no communication. So we got to open a communication venue for all diaspora for the continent. That's how we can improve, by communicating. There's a lack of communication. There's corruption on top of it. So in order to eliminate all that corruption, you have to have some kind of guarantee from the government that your business is feasible and it can execute. If you don't get that green light, don't even bother with it, because you got money, knowledge, you're going to go and change everything from the diaspora. It's not going to work. I'll guarantee you that. You have to do due diligence, and any country should open up their hand on how to accept diasporas and give them the right tools to be prosperous in the country, and as well you can prosper along with it. That's what I have to say.
Okay, Ezra, let me rely on that.
AM, let me give others a chance. I think AG has been on the waiting list for a while.
Okay, let
And
AG
then,
go then. I go.
yeah, and then after that, we're gonna take a final comment. So I'm just gonna give AG the platform, and then I'll go back to you, AM, and then Rich can also contribute, and then Dr. Benizer, then Biggie in closing.
Okay.
AG, welcome, brother.
Hey Ezra, how are you doing? Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. As being a member of the diaspora family, I've been out for such a long time. I was actually listening and learning from brothers and sisters in the room. Just to put things in perspective, I've heard all the ideas, wonderful ideas. I think especially for those of us who have been away, I mean, for a long time, and have, somehow worked and, have doubts whether how life is going to be when we move back and all that kind of thing. I think we just have to focus, because this room is talking about what we should need focus on, like in 2022, is focus on building a system, because most of us worked in different systems in the West, the US, whatever you call it. I lived in the US for over 20 years. So what we need to do is not just bring whatever we see and interacted with, but with the understanding of our African experience, we can integrate something that we can rely on, even if it's not going to benefit us 100% at this generation. We have to think of long term. So then comes the question of organizing. How do we organize? Because it's detrimental to our growth into a unified Africa. So we have to take the time while doing other things like the No More movement and all the good works that are being done, but also be able to organize at different layers. So most of the changes that we want to see happen, we want them to be at the government level, so they are big, but quite frankly, that's sometimes it could be counterproductive, because you're trying to, growth, just like anything else. Just take a look at a tree. Everything grows from the ground up. So that's the real growth. So organizing at this level, this room, like when I see young folks like you guys discussing it at this depth, really makes my heart smile. So yeah, just keep going. We got to keep going, but then again, organize in a more systematic way. That way we can have the diversity and the influence at different layers. Government layers or organization layers. That way we can have all those other things that were presented earlier, like information flow and finances, defense, and all those things are feasible only when there's a strong organization. When we are organized as from the grassroots level up. And that is the most important thing. That's the focus, in my opinion, for 2022. You can take different models. You can, we don't have to go very far to get to that level. We just can basically, look ways of how it can be. So what I'm saying is we have to devote our time in organizing in that way, so that we have a stronger foundation. With this foundation, we can build our house, our home, our Africa, our united Africa, and with that can come, we can talk about priorities like citizenship, finances, and all that. So when those things happen then, you can easily have that information flow amongst Africans all over the world, which will make repatriation or all other things go smoothly, because we know, we have the connection and we have all the right elements in the right spot. So that's what I would like to have each and every one of us focus, is that ability to organize. So when I talk about organization, it involves communication, and as we all know, this is the information age, and when the whole world is going through the transhuman agenda and all the other things going on right now, we have to act quickly as well, and be able to create a platform or platforms where we can integrate amongst ourselves securely, and and in that way we have information flow. With information flow, we don't have to waste our time in doing things that you don't have to do repetitive things. We can be very efficient on that area. So again, I cannot stress enough about the need for having our own African platforms, basically, and then be able to even we can vote for like what we need to do on other than just discussions. So with these platforms, we can basically raise people's consciousness. So as the people like this room, we have like how many people listening? 300-400 at its peak. So when you have more people with the raised awareness of where we need to go and where we need to be, then the feasibility of our dream, it becomes reality. So I think it would be wise, in my opinion, to waste as much time as organizing with creating a system of communication, information flow, and all that in a secure and in a secure way, so that we can move forward with other agendas. And if you ask me what other things could come first, is like citizenship, African citizenship, that will basically that can be feasible. It's not, doesn't have to wait 10-20 years, so we don't have to see other countries dissolve and all that, but everything can work in parallel, but we just have to find ways and create these platforms. I know we have so many talented IT technicians, programmers, and this on that. So once we get organized and get at that level, and then we can really tackle the problems we have at the deepest level, and then we can really start influencing governments, influencing the organization we have. So organizing at the grassroots, this level, with the platform that's customized to our needs, is what I think we should focus on as the next thing to do alongside the other movements we have. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, everyone, for such sharing great thoughts, and thank you, Ezra. And yeah.
AG, before you go, are you in a project management environment or IT environment when you talk about systems and stuff?
No, yeah, I mean, I've worked in the IT and computer science and telecommunications. I worked for close to 10 years, and I got sick of it at some point. And basically, you just don't have purpose in what you do. You just work for a company, and I wasn't happy where my life was going. I kind of stopped it, and I've been trying to do my own things for the long part. And now we are here, so it's kind of. But I have ideas and all those things that we can definitely discuss and privately, or but
Could you join our WhatsApp, please?
Oh, you have a okay, sure. Yeah, I would love to.
Ezra would share the link with you, and you join our WhatsApp. Then we will communicate and work on. It's not you have worked and experience is much more important than any other thing. So I think your experience could be just the nuclear energy that we might be needing. So
You're too humble, man. But thank you. I mean, I would love to seriously. Yeah, I would love to be part of this great idea. And yeah, definitely. And I would like to share with you my ideas as well. So
you're welcome, brother.
Sure.
All right, welcome to the family. Drop your number for us here, and we can just also Ezra. Ezra, are you there?
Ezra.
Yes, I'm here.
Could you share?
Oh, I got.
I think you left your email address there, right?
Yep, that's my email, and I got the email as well.
Is Micah still here? Is Micah still here?
Not on the StreamYard. He might have still be joining us on the YouTube, but not on the StreamYard. Yeah, remember he was just
because I was asking him to make me a moderator so I could leave a couple of links what people was asking, about the Saudi Arabia thing. Are you able to do that to make a moderator?
Yeah. I am. I sent you an email on One Africa Official. Just send me your email there. Just say just send us something there. Then we can book and know that on Wednesday it is official. Or you can just send us an email prior to that. But I will give you also the WhatsApp link. And then
I am in the WhatsApp. I'm already in the WhatsApp.
You're already on the WhatsApp. If you're already on the, that's even better. So the only thing is just the email, so that we know in terms of
if it's gonna happen.
Yeah. If let's say, for example, you've got slides or documents that you need us to share on the stream, then it'll be much easier when you send them to us via email. Then we can share, and then you can just go through the presentation, and then we'll.
I understand that part. I understand that part. But what I was saying was like for this platform where to change me into a moderator, I could leave some links so people can take that link. And I mean for today to some of my Ethiopian brothers and sisters and Eritrean brothers and Africans in here.
Yeah,
that's what I was asking.
Yeah, because how it works is we create like for each stream we create a new link from scratch. So that's why once you confirm everything that you managed to organize and whatnot, and
I know that's for the presentation. I'm saying when you turn the name into blue, where you can leave a link, it's got a moderator. Add a moderator in the chat, in this YouTube. I mean.
Oh, okay, on the church. That will aid you once we have the stream going, and then that's when we can give you those permissions and stuff. So that's not an issue. That will also be organized for you. So
I know. I was hoping to do it for some of the people that asked me today in the comments. That's why.
Currently, because I'm more on the StreamYard, I'm not on the YouTube. I can't give you those options today, but on definitely before the stream comes, we'll have everything set up, and then you can moderate and all that stuff.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier on, I just wanted to drop something too. It's not like we went unplanned. Since the age of 18, even during my gap years, I did my homework about Ethiopia, the government, and so on. Who's who? It's not like I went there unprepared. I knew exactly what's happening there. Like a lot of people say, no, you just left it long time ago and you come back and accept what things to change. No, I know exactly how long it takes, how certain officials, certain office. I was aware of all of that. I didn't go crazy. Oh, no, my God, they didn't do that for me. They didn't change it over 24 hours. No, it could take a month or so. Even I'm aware of sometimes you have to dine and wine certain people, and which I didn't like to do. Like as an African, you have to give them a backhand money, certain officials and so on. All that we need needs to be changed for 2022, first of all. And we need to expose them for what they do. Without that, first of all, we cannot go nowhere unless we take the cancer out of Africa. You should be treated well. If you're Kenyan, you should be treated well with any job that you want to do, any investment when your desperado comes to your country. You shouldn't go to Ethiopia and say, get treated better. Or Ethiopians, they get treated better in Kenya. For some reason, if I go there and I don't speak one word of Amharic, they don't know I'm Ethiopian. They will treat me like God. I'm black as them. But if I don't tell them and I don't speak to them in Amharic, from the start of the immigration all the way out, whether it's hotel, any businesses or shops and government official offices, you will get treated like, as long as I'm showing them my British passport, they think, oh, he's a British black, maybe origin from another African or West Indian country, that will hold me. But from the time they know, they open my passport and says born in Ethiopia, they change their ways, you know? I proved that so many times. It shouldn't happen like that, you know? We should treat our people, whatever country, whatever African, whether we live outside the country or inside, we should respect our own. Why do we always respect? First of all, you got to respect your own. I don't care if you're Kenyan, Nigerian, whatever. If you don't respect your own, you don't respect me. I'm from another country. That's where it starts. If you're an Ethiopian, you should respect Ethiopian, then respect other people as normal. But why is it in Africa? We need to change our thinking of mind, you know, our thoughts of mind. We need to respect any African, whether you're in Ethiopia, you need to respect your brother and sister, you know. And if you're in Nigeria, respect them. Don't value them over others and pass the opportunity to someone else. Like a lot of our Ethiopian brothers, yes, because they didn't get that chance in Ethiopia, they went to Uganda, would open up. You welcome, my brother. You want to open a telecommunication line? Okay, you're welcome. You went to Kenya. You want to open a big farm? Oh, what is it? Okay, you're welcome. But when they try to do it in Ethiopia, nope, you have to do this. You got to come back. You got to do this. You got to do that. All the red tape. That's what I was saying. It's not like I don't know what's going on and what's going on. I go back every single year, you know, during holiday times and so on. I do my researches. We should do that. We should not put ourselves down. And we need to get rid of this cancer of Europeans out and all the NGOs. We should have our own kind of NGOs and have some kind of United States of African NGOs where Africans do that kind of thing, where the desperados raise money. If there's something bad happening in Kenya, we should go do a GoFundMe. If there's something bad happening in Ethiopia, they need help. We should do that. You know, if there's crisis, as an African, as desperados, we should collect money. Or something's happening in Sudan, we should just do a GoFundMe. We help them. Something happening in Nigeria, we should do it ourselves. If we do that for ourselves, we don't need them. They're there to spy. They're there to try to put us down. They come as an NGO and they do something else. They're spying. They're trying to turn our government down, you know, investigating something. So we do need that intelligence, what our brother was saying. We need to be one. As an African, we shouldn't have difference. We should respect each other the same. He's from Kenya? Yes, he's African. That's it. We should not look at, oh, he's Kenyan, he's Nigerian, he's Ethiopian, he's Eritrean. No, as an African, we're one. That's it. And we should respect a Kenyan coming to Ethiopia the same ways as an Ethiopian going to Kenya. Why does Ethiopians always put down their own people? It's a bad cancer within our people. Ethiopians know that. All the Swahili know that. I prove it many times. If you go there, if you don't look Ethiopian, you look less different or your hair is different, and you speak English, they don't know you're Ethiopian. Yes, sir. Go through. You don't get all the hassle. They don't open your bags and they don't do nothing. They just look at, oh, yeah, welcome to Ethiopia. You come in. But if you Ethiopia, salam no, and then and Allah, they say, Manlanta, hit it, come. You know, I'm just saying what they would say usually. They just put you down and, you know, make you look down. That's my thing. You should always respect your own citizens. That's all my point on that in 2022. It's true. It happens in the
One
you
of
know
the
that.
things that one of the things that I said is in general speaking, as the thing that I experienced in different domain, and whenever I went to Ethiopia, I'm Eritrean,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm born in Ethiopia. But the
Yeah.
fact that I got in during that havoc time, and this is 2008, they tried to isolate me in a different way, but I intimidated them. I just said, I said, listen, I know my river that passed behind my house than you coming from the north telling me whether I'm going to be here or not. And I stood my ground. And I looked at them. Then they looked at me, and I looked at them, and I said, listen, do your job. I'm here to visit. Okay. So they cannot stop me because I had another issue, because I had somebody that I lost a family member. So I said, you cannot do me anything because I'm still Ethiopian passport.
Exactly.
And that really shocked them, where everything started changing. But again, like I said, this is just some of my personal experiences, but everybody's not the same. Okay. And I'm pretty sure you went far length to invest in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
But the nature of business as an Ethiopian or as coming from diaspora, there's a lot of things that you go through. Okay.
Yes.
And one
as
of the
an
best
Ethiopian,
things,
it's harder for you with your
right?
own
But
country.
the thing that you have to understand, one thing that you have to understand, you always have to find the sharpest Gudaswasami. You understand? It's like a little lobbyist. You got to find a good lawyer, a good lawyer, and where he's going to be interacting with the entities. You just sit on the background. Of course, it's going to cost you a little bit more.
But they want
at
the
least it's
backhand. I
solid.
did find them. They want you to dine and wine them and give them 20, 30, 100 grand in the backhand. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
You're corrupting them. You're corrupting them.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. That's the whole point. I didn't get into it. So, but if I went to Kenya and do the same thing, all doors open for me.
Right. That's how
a lot of Ethiopians invest, and which is good. It's good to invest in Africa. But your plans and your dreams is to do it where you were born.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying. That to make sure that we establish on how to welcome diasporas in the country with a good intention, with a good passion. And again, don't forget, also there's intelligence that infiltrate that system too. Don't forget that. We got all kind of CIA agents and all kind of other things. So the country has to do a due diligence background check on you in order to allow you to do certain things if it is government related. So there's that has 2022.
Hey, brother, you know what gives me what's funny about it? When I tried to do my paper trace, my birth certificate and all that was in the Ethiopian government. I found it. You see, I took it. They have that, so it's easy for them. I went and got it. Whatever they asked for, I went and got it. How do we know that? You go British, whatever. And after you give them all that, they're like, they're still giving you that. Which is good though. They keep my paper. I was born there, my Christian paper, and so on. And I was like, wow, they kept it this long.
They got documentation. That I guarantee.
They do. Paper. They got it. That's what I'm saying. That's proved. But only thing that gives up in my passport is all British, but born in Addis Ababa. So they're thinking, he's born. Was he a diplomatic fan? He don't look Habesha, but they're not sure. So they make it difficult.
Right.
It's like,
guys, can I add something to?
Yes,
I think I understand I am frustration. I understand it. But there's one thing also you have to understand. Ethiopia never had a system. It still doesn't have a system. Ethiopia,
we need
other systems. And when you go to Kenya was colonized by British system. So the British system still runs in Kenya. So that's one thing. So the colonial, that's one of the shortcomings of, I'm not saying it's a good thing to be colonized, but the shortcoming of it's a trial and error. Like every time a system comes, like everyone is experimenting on the system. They don't know where to go, where to start from, and we're not sharing experience from England or America or anyone. We're trying to create a system, and we have no clue. And that's
but
one
brother,
thing.
it's not a rocket scientist. It's not to give somebody a mining license, for an example. That's a simple thing.
I'm sorry to say this, because you're living in the United States, that's not a rocket science for you. But you're not living in Ethiopia, so that's a rocket science here. Because all the systems, like,
oh brother,
I'm sorry,
come on, you're making Ethiopia backward. Come on, it's
no.
To stamp a paper, to stamp and give you the certificate.
It's not
say you got the license and put my picture on it. Come on, brother. They
No,
can do that.
no.
They want the backhand money.
Well, there's a clear corruption. You know, let's all agree that there's a clear corruption, but
there is corruption everywhere. I mean, who planted that corruption in the entire continent of Africa? It's the West. That's how we're designed. I mean, like, once we do not accept, like, this is the problem. We do not want to accept the fact. We just want a changed country where we do not contribute anything. This is what I'm wishing for Africa. We need to march up and change it. As long as we're not willing, as long as we keep whining about it.
That's what I say. You know, I'm not whining about it. I want it to change, brother.
It is. For me, from where I'm standing right now, people are doing efforts to change that. And then if we're not supporting that change, and if we're not supporting the effort that's being done, it's calling it.
Okay, before the business, brother, before the business, respect your own people. They don't respect Ethiopians coming from outside. They mistreat you. But if I speak English and he's not aware and I look something different, yes, you know, he's hello, how are you? You okay? What can we do for you? Your visa, how long you stay in Ethiopia? Yes. They don't even search my suitcase. I tried that so many times. It's different. As soon as I land, who should I be today? Should I just talk to them in Amharic or should I speak English? That's how I choose, just to have fun. As I come in to see if it's different time I go, if it's changed. It doesn't change. If I speak English, I don't get set. They let me pass. They don't even look at my passport. They say, well, you know. But if I speak Salam Natum, they're not to welcome. He does. And then they start searching your bag upside down. They're taking you while you're here, blah, blah, blah. In this time. You know, it's weird. That's why a lot of desperados, like you said earlier, please come. That's what there is. There is a lot of, you know, Ethiopians, they're all over, even Africans, especially if you're born or went as a child, we all have different kind of skills. They want to come back home. But you're making it hard for them on the ground. So they go to another country or they just come on holiday. That's it. I love Ethiopia.
Let's put it this way. You know, hopefully this
we'll change it. This time around, we'll change it.
This time, you know, there's a call of 1 million million Ethiopians coming in from all over the country. And there's an invite. And I'm pretty sure, you know, Dr. Abiy already saw the impact what the diaspora does, including on a lot of the donation that's been coming in from the diaspora. And now he's calling for diaspora, and he's calling it, you know, just to show, hey, you know, we're still one whole country. It's not divided. So this hopefully will create the conversation on where we need to invest, where we're going to need to focus, and that information, in order to make it clear, whether he treats you as an Ethiopian, non-Ethiopian at the airport, it doesn't make any difference. You already have a laissez-passer that's going to come directly from the government. And that is the thing that you have to understand, because, you know, when you speak English, the only person that sees your passport is the guy that's doing at the immigration. The rest of them, when you start speaking to them in English, oh man, that's another episode. You have to understand. And at the same time, you know, the minute you say this, and then now you're opening up other things. So you have to be traveling with due diligence on who you're talking to. So let's hope, and this 2022 will be a grand opening on how to welcome Desperado. And if we can do that, if we do that, if there's an ability to fund you, resource available to you in order to invest in Ethiopia, then we're on a good path. So let's put it out that way, because there's a lot of past that we learn from it, and we don't want it to be repeated. So let's be very patient, patient. And let's do our due diligence, respect each other, love each other. Even when you get to the airport, even when you get to the airport, no matter what, you say, "Hey, my brother, I didn't see this. I didn't see all my black people in here." You understand? You make them feel, "Hey, I'm here. I'm so happy." Regardless, whatever that he does. You see what I mean? These are the attitude we should have at any given time, any part of the world. So as long as we put the love and effort to connect, there's nothing impossible. There's nothing impossible. That's right. So I really appreciate that. Biggie is gonna make some bread. In fact, I got another Ethiopian that's running around crazy in New York, so I got to catch up with him.
Have fun, man.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate that.
You, man.
Good conversation. Keep the conversation. All love to One Africa. Exabiri Barkachu. May Exabiri bless you all.
Amen. Amen.
Abanazer, thank you so much.
Hey, Biggie.
All right. I see Ridge. You're quiet out there, but thank you so much. Yeah, I know you're there. And guess what? I saw Red Sea today. I'm so excited. Red Sea is on the WhatsApp.
What is your WhatsApp name on that? Certain people I don't find.
Mine is Ephraim Gueto. Yeah.
Okay.
EPHREM GOI2OM. I'm there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I see him. So please, Red Sea again, you're still invited.
Today he's listening. He's not talking too much today.
Now he just put some few comments. He said, "Are we talking bad about him?" So, this is one of our brother or sister. We don't know yet. But Red Sea been commenting, been participating on our comment section. He's awesome. I mean, he triggers a few things, and he's the guy that really, when you don't see him, it kind of say, "What happened to him?" So he's on today. I'm pretty sure he's gonna hear that. He's gonna be sending information. But Ezra and everybody else on this panel, I really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate this conversation.
All of you, my brothers.
Yep. This is where the conversation starts, and we will prevail. We will prevail. We will be successful because we're born successful. Okay.
Exactly. We're blessed. You believe
we're blessed. To even have this, Mika, if you hear us, thank you so much for giving us this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Biggie, for your wise words always, and for guiding our brother. I am. Some of us are in the continent, and just to say, there's so many opportunities, and there is so many opportunities, and sometimes let's be patient, as our fellow brothers already said. Even Dr. Benez is in the continent, is on the ground. He works with communities and stuff, so he knows the real things on the ground. He's not talking from somewhere sitting in an office drinking coffee. No, he's somebody on the ground in communities and stuff. So he will tell you his answer. I really listen to such, because he's a man who's working with projects, who work with so many people on the ground. So have some patience and come back home, and sometimes take 2 weeks to a month just to survey the landscape, how it's changing, because it's forever changing.
That's what I'm trying to say to you, my brother. I do that. Sometimes I stay like 3-4 months. Actually, I go all over. It's only during this Corona time I didn't do that. But every year I go there and do that. I stay different states in Ethiopia and so on. I don't just stay in Addis and all that. I go out of my way, man, to go and look at different places in Ethiopia and see how it's changing all the time.
And another thing, I also invite our fellow brothers who have businesses outside the continent and stuff, who are doing anything, working or studying or whatever. There's many other countries. Sometimes coming back home does not mean your roots only. You can always go to there are many other countries that you can invest your money in, and you find that you're making good returns. Just like now, some of you uprooted yourself, went to America. You're doing very well in America. Same thing in Africa. You can still go to other countries, invest in property, in hotels, in whatever, and you can make lots of money. And there's countries that are even expensive. Once you put in an infrastructure in those places, you might get your dollar returns much quicker than other places. So invest in other countries as well. Do not just look at, I left my home country, went to America, went to wherever, then I need to go back to my mother country. No, there's other countries. Look at all the opportunities. That's why the Chinese, the Lebanese, when they come here, they're not looking at one specific country. They're just going all over. Where they see
everywhere, wherever there's money.
They plant something. So let's do the same as well. Let's plant everywhere. The 54 countries plant, invest, invest, you know? And there are countries that have stock exchanges. I said something about stock exchanges, buying shares, stocks and stuff. As if you're doing that in America, come and check. Look at the landscape in Africa. The countries that have stock exchanges, that have companies that are listed, invest in those things as well. Do not just think you need to build something physically on the ground. There are things that sometimes you need to just relax, invest, and let money be there, and the system make money for you while you're traveling, you're doing your other things. So let's do the same thing. If you're investing in the States,
in Africa,
invest in some projects here in the continent, you know. And there's so many, like
all those electronic things owned by not even African. That's what makes me upset. It's now Ethiopia Telecom is owned by another company, another Western company, and they're making it so hard. It's still slow, the internet there as well, which could be faster. The same as like in Kenya and Nigeria. I don't know what's going on in Ethiopia. They need to, change it so everything could be digital. Yeah, everybody wants to do business these days in digital. You could go anywhere in the world and so on. And there's a lot of people, smart people in Ethiopia as well on the ground, but they cannot get in contact with us because of the internet issue. And we need to have faster internet on the continent for 2022. Some kind of satellite system, broadband or something.
Yes, I mean, there's lots of investment needed, especially in the telecommunication space. It's not just Ethiopia that's going through the changes. I know that Dr. Abiy is trying to also privatize some of the state-owned companies, because sometimes when you have one system or one state-owned company controlling everything, you are squeezing your people out from those opportunities. And we've got Biggie, who's also working in telecommunications and all these industries. And even AG said something, he has worked in some of those industries. Those are the people that are needed back home sometimes too. Others, I think Biggie, they've tried launching a business there or telecommunication before. They need to come back and knock again and say, give us another license. If you've given a multinational a license to build infrastructure and expand, give us as a local entity that we can build there in Ethiopia. Build a telecommunication company.
Have a competition.
And bring more investment into the market. And I believe that once everything settles, I think the government will start doing certain things. Let's give them some time. I know we don't have that time, the luxury to wait, but let's try to assist them and try to go and knock at those doors. Come up with propositions. Let's go and knock on those offices and say, here's our proposal. Whether they shut us down or not, it's better that we try than we keep quiet and then we hear that another license has been given to a Chinese or to whatever. So let's
it's always going to be a Chinese. Chinese is right there on the ground. I don't know why.
Well,
China's not there to do good. China's, as far as I see China as a terrorist, not as a terrorist, as a racist state, whether you like it or not.
I give Brother Richard a chance. He wants to say something there.
I don't see. I think that we need to start looking at these other nations as organizations or powers that we can use Don't look at them as who's bad and who's good. We don't care who's bad and who's good. We're in our Africa. As long as we're safe, we're good. That's what we need to do. Because China is providing an alternative for us. We don't care if China is good. We don't care what happened in China. Do you think Chinese care what's happening in Africa? When they come to Africa, they don't care. They come in, they study us, they see where the resources are. First thing they do is they buy the ports. That's the first thing they do. They don't care what's happening.
Always, yes.
Exactly, right? So they don't care. So we need to start looking at them the same way. Because we are living on this earth too, right? Yes, yes.
Brother, look what they do. Look what they do in Ethiopia. They have this place where they saw the clothes and things, but the one who's in charge is Chinese, meaning telling the Ethiopians, they're treating them like dogs. You don't do that. You this. If you don't, they're gonna take money. They're treating them like. There's so many things that I know what they're doing, which are happening in Ethiopia. That's certain things that makes me upset. You see, they come and they bring Chinese workers and so on and things, and they give the low things to Ethiopians, but for supervisor job, it should be an Ethiopian. That time you don't even speak Amharic or any other local language, but he's there telling them what to do.
Can I add something to you?
Yes, Bob.
I'm sorry to say this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this because at least China is not an interventionist. I'm not supporting anyone coming and working in Africa in general. No European, no American, no Australian, nothing. I won't support anyone. I want Africans for Africans by Africans.
Yes.
That's it. That's my motto. I do admire that one, but the fact on the ground is there's a Dutch company, there is Chinese company, there's Israeli company, Tobia, there's German company, a lot of companies that are being opened here. So where I live right now, there is a company owned by Chinese, which employs more than 70,000 people.
Ethiopians, yes.
In 70,000. And if you ask me, like, is it fair the way they're treated? It's not. At least they're eating and they're drinking and they have a job. Which Ethiopian has created that opportunity? Which African has created? Not even Dangote. Not anyone. America never created a chance. Yeah, go on. So what I'm trying to say,
are you on in that Chinese compound just outside Dukem? Are you talking about that compound? Are you by Dukem? I know. I'm aware of that place, but that was supposed to. There was a lot of rich Ethiopians wanted to build something like that, but the government said no. TPLF gave it to Chinese. You see, you gotta know what is that.
Guys,
there was
hold on, one second, guys. Can I just finish my point? You guys going on and on, man. I love it. But I just have a couple more things to say. I won't stay long. Ezra, did you want to say something?
I was just saying we on extra time, guys. I'm just letting this one go.
All right, let's finish it up there. Sorry.
And soon I'll be closing. I'll just ask for the next comments just to be the closing comments, and then once the closing comments are done, then we can just talk general things.
Me and you're gonna have a good conversation. Don't worry.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys in 2022, right? We all need to keep each other staying vigilant. We need to pay attention to what's happening in our Africa. Not only in our Africa, but everywhere in the world where you see African people. I'm gonna tell you guys one thing now that most of you probably don't know that's happening.
To hurt us. They are out there to hurt us. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm gonna tell you guys something that you guys probably don't know that's happening, but it's happening. So in Guinea-Bissau,
what you're gonna say,
in Guinea-Bissau right now, the government of Guinea-Bissau decided to halt fishing in their oceans right now. And I know this because I have I created a software that tells me everything that's going on around the world in the continent and everything. But so now they halted fishing in the area. So because they halted fishing in that area, the Portuguese and the Italians are usually fishing in that area to serve their restaurants back in Italy. And because they halted this fishing in their area, the Europeans now are coming down on them and telling them they can't halt fishing in their own ocean because they made agreements with them saying that they have to give them 3 months notice in order to stop to halt fishing in their area, and they both must agree on it in order for them for the law to be passed. So let me tell you guys, they're seeing us, they're not seeing us as people here on this earth.
You're right.
They have us as my friend, can you mute your mic?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. They have us, they're keeping us in a permanent consumer base. That's what they want for us. They want us to stay in a permanent consumer base where we don't produce anything, but we just consume. And this is why I had told you guys earlier that we have to learn the art of agronomy, because plants are not just only used to be consumed. Plants are used also to create fuel, to create chemicals, to do all these kind of other things. And this is what Amilcar Cabral did when he wasn't on the battlefield leading the revolution. He was planting food and making sure that he can feed his people. This is why he was able to get all these different tribes in Guinea-Bissau together to fight the Portuguese. So we have to be more vigilant of what's happening around and within Africa. That's one thing we got to do for 2022. See, in 2020, right? In 2020, they disrupted our 2020 vision with this guy, Donald Trump, that wanted to do all kinds of crazy things in the world, has people on their toes every day when he was president, wanting to start wars and all type of things. So they took away our 2020 vision in 2020. In 2021, they brought this corona business again. Every second we hear a new variant. Now in 2022, now we have to be more vigilant, because if we don't have enough information about what's happening around and within Africa, we won't be able to organize intelligently. So we need information. One of the most important things we have to do is to build information systems, information and communication systems. A lot of us can do these things. They have people right now in what's that place called again? That city, Detroit. There are people in Detroit. You guys should search up this thing. There are people in Detroit right now, Black people living in these communities, these broken down communities that are creating their own internet. We can also do that stuff. I don't know if you guys started a big fight that happened in Parliament in Ghana recently. It was because they plan to raise the taxes on mobile money wallets. That's why they had the big fight in the Parliament, you know. They're raising the taxes on mobile money payments and transactions, and the people was like, why? Because there was taxing other things before, but because mobile money is becoming so popular in Africa, now they want to come down on the people and say, if you have at least $100 in your account, we have to tax your $100. I think that we have to we really have to come out of this, but I don't think the government can start it. I think it's the youths like us here discussing, organizing effectively, intelligently. We are the only ones that can change this. The governments, they're most of them are puppets, and if they change their route, they're gonna get assassinated or something. It's just how they have us. It's just how they have us right now.
You're right.
But we can be more vigilant, you know. We can be more vigilant and start to organize effectively, build communication systems, because in order to make informed decisions, you need information. You need information to make informed decisions. If you don't have information, you can't make informed decisions. And all those who are not immediately a part of the revolution, you have a responsibility to support the revolution. Even if you're not on the continent, you have a responsibility to support the people on the continent. Because in order for all of us to get free, we in the diaspora have to untie the hands of the brethren that we have, the brothers and the sisters that we have on the continent first. And we in the diaspora have the only, we have the only advantage to actually untie their hands. So we should focus on being more vigilant, focus on untying each other, and an information system, brethren. We have to build information system. We have to find people who have studied computer science, computer engineering, computer programming, database, computer security, all of these things. This is a good way to start because we can do it from where we are, wherever we are in the world. We can start it and do it. That's my 2 cents for you guys for today.
Rich, you said you're gonna give us some intel and info. Can we have that in our private meetings?
Oh, yes, for sure. You know what, brother? This is Biggie, right?
Yeah.
Biggie, you study computer security, right?
Telecom
security.
Yes.
Okay, Biggie, I'm gonna pass you my email. Please email me, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pass it in the chat here. What private chat did you want to have this conversation in? The WhatsApp chat?
Put it on here. I'll copy it.
Okay, and are you in the WhatsApp group as well?
Yeah, I got it. I got you. I'll email you.
Are you in the WhatsApp group as well?
Yes.
Okay, whatever information I get from my software, I will always pass it in the chat, and you guys can see it, and we can communicate there.
Absolutely.
Okay, brother.
More power, and Rich, you touched every angle of now, what we need now.
Yeah.
Something that we can accomplish.
This is the chant that I'm gonna come to Africa with. I come and I say energy.
Yes. Energy.
Yes,
One thing, Biggie, what they're doing, be aware of for this booster shot if you're in America or Europe, whatever, with the new booster shot, what they do, if you check what they give to the whites and us is different. And nurse exposed that in UK. The ball is the same, but when they're giving it to white people, it's got a red mark. When they're giving it to black people, it's got a blue on the bottle itself. What is they giving us? I never took the vaccine, but that's happening. Be careful if you don't decide to take the vaccine. What they're giving us and what they're giving them is two different. The same bottle, the nurse exposed it. She was Habesha. She noticed that.
Wow.
You see? This is the thing. You have to watch. Always be aware. Always, if you're taking the vaccine, watch what they give them and give you.
I think I am. We'll have a chat as well about this, and let's also try to because sometimes some of the things we might be sharing without the actual facts. Some of us don't really have this information that you have. Let's rather have a platform where you can speak about those things.
On the background,
Yeah,
because I think we need that. I think we need to have the one of the things about COVID awareness, and what we should have somebody from healthcare, somebody that knows what they're talking about. If we can find, I know a couple people, they can give us
bring them in, man.
An idea, because this is now. You see what I mean?
People are they're just telling you, take this, take that, take this. People are taking it. This variant, that variant. You don't know what they put in there. What they're trying to kill us. We don't know.
One of the
depopulating us.
We'll definitely have another conversation on the COVID stuff, be the jab. We'll have somebody who's in the health fraternity, who's either a doctor or a scientist, works in the health, and we can maybe just explain some of the questions that people have. I know a lot of people still have a lot of questions, even with the variants and getting an extra jab or whatever they call it, a booster, whatever. So we rather, when it comes to such topics, I'm skeptical of just saying things out of my head, out of just an observation. Let's also get somebody who's knowledgeable.
Brother, you can't be a sheep and be run like a herd, because sometimes those healthcare officials, they get paid to say what they told, not what they see.
Exactly. That's why we need to always, when we have questions, because we have questions, and I'm sure a lot of people have questions, that people can ask, and they'll take it from there. And we can always have second opinion. It's not that we need to use one person or whatever. We need to hear as many voices as well, because this is our health and we need a lot of people. But let's not just, that's why I'm saying let's also be careful how we also say certain things, because we can easily say things out of just an observation, not from a point of facts. And that is not something that we should always strive for. Let's just strive for the truth, and also come with some form of evidence. When you say something about it, say this is the evidence, or somebody has discovered this. Let's check them out, and let's also scrutinize what we hear from anyone else. So let us not also, as you said, not be sheep and just listen and just take whatever they say. So let's scrutinize everything. Let's analyze everything that we come across. And then also there's many question marks out there that people want to know from Africa and across the world. It's affecting everyone. So let us hear more questions, because the more we question a lot of these people, that's where we can catch that, nah, these people are lying, or these people are paid. We can also analyze certain things, because you'll hear this one will say this one will say this. You find their stories don't add up. So, but that's where we also.
So are you saying you wasn't aware just the other day what Nigeria did? All those vaccines that they destroyed because it was out of date when they was trying to pass to Nigerians. You must have heard that.
Yes. I've heard about the expired vaccines. I don't know much if there's another story that I didn't hear, but I've heard about
it wasn't heard. It's a fact. It's a fact. Actually, one of the places which face this kind of vaccines is one of the countries in Africa is Nigeria. Luckily, they found it. They don't care. You in Africa, man. If you're in Africa, my brother, they will give you the liver experiment on you, regardless what.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I think this conversation is going beyond.
We should not.
You know,
like conspiracy.
They're gonna think. I love the conversation that's coming in, but
I know what
Israel has to sleep. Israel is like.
Now, I'm in Africa, guys. Let's not forget, even Dr. Ebenezer is in Africa. So it's already morning. It's already Tuesday morning in Ethiopia.
You went to sleep.
It's about to be morning here in Central Africa, in South Africa, for example. So
it is
I know
Tuesday.
you guys are it's somewhere in the afternoon. So.
It is Tuesday. It's exactly 12:58 Tuesday.
I saw you in South Africa. But do you know that the new variant? What they're saying, do you know it was found in Belgium, but the whole world think is South African. You see how they change it? They want to stick it on a South Africa,
right?
But it was first discovered in Belgium.
That's right.
Not good. You see, they're trying to blame Africa. If something bad happened, like the China virus, China destroyed. They're gonna say, Africa, South Africa destroyed the world. But actually, we're about going to be locked down in UK. It's killing people like flies, my brother. There's no coming back. You get sick today, tomorrow you're dead. This is what's happening in UK, by the way. We're about to come into a lockdown again, sometime this week or next week.
Yeah, lockdown is it became like a norm now. You know, you work 2 weeks and then they shut you down for another 2 weeks, and then they're gonna open again.
But we went through we went through months of normal life, and suddenly that came within a month. Almost 300,000 people caught that. It's spreading fast.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Wow. I mean, it's a topic on its own. We will have another discussion on this. I know His Excellency wants.
Be careful. Wherever you are, be careful.
In
South Africa, be careful, because it's not coming back. No vaccine or nothing. Sometime before. This new variant makes the other one like child cough. You know what I mean? The older corona. It's no joke. So you got to protect yourself. Wear your gloves, wear your mask, and do that. That's no joke. A lot of people say, because I'm African, I did it. Yeah, a lot of Ethiopians, even the maidens in Saudi Arabia, they caught the older corona and they passed it, and people died. But with this one, it's killing everyone quickly. There's no survivors. You catch it, you're gone.
Yeah, that's one thing that we need to have a conversation on our healthcare. Okay, these are a couple things that the healthcare, the Saudi Arabia issue, the Francis I will contact you, and the other one that we need to pay attention is that during this holiday moving, those of you that traveling to Ethiopia, please make sure you tested and you're not, just make sure that
Taking that
everything
thing there, yeah.
right. So you won't take it back to them because already they talking different numbers of accelerated coronas, the country is experiencing. So those of you who's going to travel, be careful. Just make sure that you wash your hand. And I mean, really, I would say throughout Africa, all brothers should protect each other by being careful
Yeah.
and taking the measure of sanitization, and as well, make sure that you wash your hand and make sure that you really put your mask on, because we don't know what's going on out there. And until then, I just want to make sure that I'll give this time to Israel, because I got to protect my host. Otherwise, he might not show up tomorrow. Again, Israel, thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate that. And I'll let you conclude.
Yes, family, I hope those who have connected with us tonight, you've subscribed and you've joined the membership, the Patreon, or even our YouTube membership. And also like our page. I mean, I see there's over 40 people that have joined the live stream at the moment. Please like, subscribe if you've not done so. And a lot of topics to be discussed, and we might maybe continue with this topic because I see a lot of people have a lot of interest. And another topic that's coming, obviously, it will be again about COVID and COVID testing, the jab, or the vaccine. For some people, they use the word jab or the vaccines, and how we as Africa, how prepared are we, and how are we planning to do this, and what are you doing? Because in my country, for example, besides people using going for the jab or the vaccines, there's also alternative medications that people have been doing, home remedies that they've been drinking, using as well as another alternative. And yeah, but I think we will get somebody who's in the health fraternity who can just tell them from their country what they are doing, either here in South Africa or they're in Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, wherever, and just to find out in terms of how has it been working in the health sector, and especially with the pandemic across the world and in their home countries, and the challenges there. So we will be having somebody. Last week we talked about the pregnancy on the health part. But I'll see if I can get somebody to come and join us who's a doctor or an expert or a scientist who's working on these vaccines and research on this topic. And just to hear them, and if you've got questions, you can ask them and they can answer us, and we can also analyze every answer, because I know people are skeptical, people have question marks about these issues. So I would prefer us to have somebody who's who's knowledgeable, who's in the health fraternity, and let's get somebody like that who can just tell us and maybe explain it further, and how we can also be safe, and how we can do it going forward as a continent, and make sure that the numbers go down and we are healthy as well. So let's do that. I will be trying to get somebody, and I'll also talk to His Excellency about getting somebody who's knowledgeable about this topic and who's working in this environment or on research regarding this topic of vaccines and the COVID-19 and whatever is happening in the health sector. So hopefully before this weekend, we will have maybe somebody from the health sector coming and just speaking to us, and then you can ask questions if you've got questions. And on Wednesday, I think our brother IM will probably be ready. Hopefully he'll be ready. We'll be talking about immigrations and people, what people go through when they go to many nations, and hopefully we'll get a presentation, pictures and proof, and then and tackle this issue of Africans trying to leave the continent, the consequences and the things they go through out there, either in the Mediterranean, in Libya, Saudi Arabia, any place for that matter, because this is not just the only countries. a lot of countries that are out there, people complain. We've had videos, we've seen videos online, and how true they are, because sometimes let us also be careful of propaganda as well. We need to scrutinize everything and not just accept things as we hear them. Let us also hear the other side, because let's try to balance everything we hear and try to get as many and as much effects on anything. So that is coming in on Wednesday, and prepare yourself for any questions. And for those who might have also gone through the hardships of being in other countries, the hostilities and whatnot, please come and share and be part of this, or ask. And we know that there are many other young Africans who aspire to go study. It's not all about working and living in other countries. And I think there are people who just want to go and study and come back to their countries, go and learn a trade and come back to their countries, or even business and come back to their countries. So there's so many things when it comes to leaving a country. So I hope that we can have a time to get into those topics and really have a thorough and a proper discussions regarding all these issues. So Wednesday, so far we have a topic which is the immigration and people, the hostilities and the ill treatment of Africans in other countries. So we will have that topic, and we might also have the COVID topic somewhere this week. Hopefully, if all goes well, because it's quite hard to find anyone right currently. People are on holidays, others are on leave, others are working. It's not easy for them, especially people who work in the health sectors, because they work long hours. It is a bit tricky to get someone to talk to. And I know we've already had Fentahan, who's in the health sector, and he's also busy. I think tonight he's working night shift, so he can't even join us. So those are the challenges when coming to people that work in the health sector to come and join us. But we will try to get somebody for sure. And I just want to thank everyone who has joined us tonight and who has contributed, and everyone who joined today to discuss every issue. And the topic today, for those who just joined us, was what should Africa be focusing on in the coming year 2022. And a lot of points were raised, and a lot of good points as well. And I saw a lot of people also in the comment section really talking about a lot of things as well, and trying to come up with solutions, or who suggested a lot of things. And yes, thank you very much for your contribution. And as always, you always tease Red Sea Youth. Biggie has always reached out a hand to come and join us. And I see our sister there, Tracy. Tell Tracy your secret. Oh, what a title. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sun Temple, thank you for joining us. Brother Rich Francis, thank you for joining us as well. Just an acknowledgement of a lot of people out there. African agents of change, thank you very much. It's always good seeing you. It's always a pleasure seeing you, African agents for change. Also, yourself in 2022 saying Africans should continue railways, roads to connect countries like Ethiopia, Kenya, Djibouti. Yes, those are the things that we should be focusing on. Infrastructure is what we need, desperately need, and we need it as in yesterday. Wow, and just want to thank everybody who's been on the comment sections. A lot of people have been talking here, and I see a lot of people sending their messages. Elias, as a Swahili nation, as one African movement, we stand with every African country, Somali included. We do stand with the nation of Somalia, and
African farmer, you know, he just put a couple things. I don't understand that statement. Was 2022 plan is to marry, kill Paul's sister. I don't know where that came from.
We can find. Oh, my thing is to marry. Kill Paul's sister. Oh. I'm also like African problem. If you can elaborate there, no one understand what you're saying. Yeah, or you are trying to marry somebody called Killian Paul or Killian Paul. I also don't know what it would. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there.
Super chat too.
Super chat, and thank you for the super chat, African Farmer.
Hey, Tio is back too. You know, I want to appreciate Tio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, we hear you. We need facts.
Mm,
We need facts, and we should be proper nutrition, like you said. And he said we need fact for everything, that we don't have time for conspiracies and stuff like that. So that's a good advice. We take it definitely.
Yes, and I like what you said, Biggie, about how Africa is changing so much. To just when you said that the Ethiopia you left maybe 5 years ago, even a year ago, it's not the same. If you left last year and thinking it's home, I can just come in anytime, the rules always favor me, you might be shocked that, hey, 1, 2, 3 doesn't apply anymore. Do this now. So
even your language, your slang that you know, knowing that you know Amarinya, it changed. You know, some of the Amarinya slangs now, I don't understand. You know, they can move fast on you when it comes to languages. You know, a little nuance that changes. You know, and all these little things. You know, it makes a difference. Understanding the common cause that you came in for. Great.
Yeah, and I just want to, tonight, when looking at some of the comments, Biggie, I see Sun Temple was really active tonight.
Right.
Sun Temple was really active on the comments section. Thank you, Sun Temple, for always being here. Tonight, I think you're the one that posted more than anyone else.
Yeah, he's really active today. You know, this is what you are. You know, your passion. You see, your passion. You're engaged. You know, we want people to be engaged. This is not just my struggle. It's all of us. It's all of us. This is our struggle. This is our movement. And when I see people really putting their hearts and soul in it and commenting, accepting one another, this is beautiful. I mean, it was not here last year or last 6 months ago or what? No, don't go that far. 2 months ago, and we have this family. I mean, really, Tio came, Sound Temple, Tell Tracy Your Secret came. You know, so many people, and except the missing Red Sea again, I'm not gonna let it go easy. In fact, the Red Sea, you know, whenever we got this panel, you know, if you're not commenting, man, we got to worry. I know you're probably making some red, but I think you're really being noticed, and we would love to have you. You know, we'd love to have you on the panel.
And another person, Biggie, that I would love us to meet is Cameroonian Nationalist Party.
Yes.
He's forever here and he just disappears. It's like he drops in, listen, and just disappears on us. And we'll love
He's making bread, you know.
Yeah,
he's
man.
Bread. End of the year, you know. End of the quarter coming, you know. People are gonna do all that.
And I see as well. I Can Fire, our brother from Jamaica, was here tonight as well. I wish you could join us. I Can Fire. He was here earlier. I Can Fire. So remember, he's from Jamaica.
Right.
Yeah, I know him and what's his name again? The brother from Britain. I think he's a Nigerian British. They at some point they had an argument, a funny argument.
Right.
Yes.
That's passion, you know. This is us, you know. We got passion, and respect. In fact, what happened is they had it at one moment, and to turn around to apologize, and that's leading by example. Right there was a big deal. That he was so frustrated, said everything he wanted to say on his frustration, but Icon Fire showed up and he apologized, and that was awesome. I think that was a great experience on that topic when we were talking. So they finally agreed. They understood each other. So family, sometimes you get a little bit of chaotic situation where Isra cannot handle it, and we have to step in and help out on those things. And everybody, the family understands when certain conversation can get really deep, passionate, and trying to put everything out there, pouring their heart and soul in it. And we appreciate that. We really appreciate that. And it shows that we got this fire in ourselves. When it lights up, it becomes bigger than ever anticipated. And people can say things, things can come out wrong, but the fact that we are able to talk it out and last through the whole conversation, that's what makes you an African brother and sisters. That's what makes us who we are. So don't forget, this is our root. We always can have anything disagreement, even in the community. The next thing you know, we're playing together. We play for a match of soccer or whatever. It's past. We forgive right there and move on. And that's being African. We can be loud, but as loud as you can, a small voice will tell you, hey, you're out of line. And that's built in on all African. Everybody has that teaching from home. So we're very grateful for that.
And another brother, it's Abu Yak. He is forever here with us as well. Thank you, Abu Yak, for always being in the comment section, always also responding to people. I saw him responding to Ghost on another matter, and even Ghost himself, who's also a member.
Yeah, Ghost, yeah.
Because I saw him and Abu Yak on the answering each other here in the comment section, and thank you, Ghost, for being a member. He's also a member, so he's part of the team that supports the channel. And oh yeah, here's Red Sea. I think he said he's listening today. He's not commenting. He's just putting his ear and listening to everyone.
I told you. The rest is listening. Andre is listening. Thank you, Red Sea. Anyway, I always pick on you. It makes my day. Come and pick on me now. It's all love, Red Sea. It's all love, my brother or sister. I need to know that. This Red Sea thing, it can be both. You know what I mean? It's different. So let's hear from you. Marie Antoinette, also 2011. And she commented. I really appreciate that. We want to encourage everybody. Candace is my dam. I like that. Yeah, it's our African dam. It's not just only Ethiopia. This dam is African dam. It's gonna light up a lot of houses that never been lit before. It's just we need to work on the infrastructure again. So
yeah.
That's the hope. That's really a big hope of Africa. Yes, it's our dam. Definitely.
Wow. And I know a lot of some people commented. I could not mention you by name, but thank you very much for your support. Thank you for being engaging with us and also correcting us where we might have missed certain points and adding some of your points as well. And it'll be nice to see more people also joining. People like Nana Dreams. I know sometimes you connect, but we miss you as well, Nana Dreams. Come and contribute. We need your contribution and what we need to be focusing on going forward. And I can't name everyone, but thank you for the support and thank you for always tuning in. every night. It means a lot, and we know it takes a lot. It takes a lot of commitment. People are making bread while connecting. Like Brother Rich is also, even Biggie is working, making bread while connecting and contributing and assisting us. So thank you, family, for all that time that you dedicate. You're spending your own resources, your own datas, and your own equipment and stuff. So thank you very much. It really means a lot. Keep this movement on fire. Keep putting the oil, and continue sharing, continue liking, continue speaking about this channel, and let us grow, and let this movement, One Africa movement, grow and reach as many people out there. So, family,
can you show us the number? Show us the numbers.
Because I'm not on the YouTube, that I don't have access to that.
No. The subscriber base.
Okay. I'll send the links here, because I'm only on the stream yet at the moment. Let me just,
so they can see, everybody can see how close we are for the 200K.
Yeah, that link, currently I can't access my YouTube since I'm here, and I don't want, I'm kind of strained on the bandwidth, but for those who would like to join, I'll just get this. Let me see if I can get it there now. But oh, come on, where's this thing? Let me try checking this. Let's see. Let me see. I think I'll share just now. I'm just trying to get this thing here. What's this thing? Okay, family. This is where we are. We were on 194,000 subscribers. So we only 6,000 subscribers short of 200,000. So, family, let's get the 6,000.
There you go.
Yeah, let us get the numbers to 200,000 K. That's what we need. This is the goal that we need to achieve. Hopefully by the end of this week, before 2022. Let's get to 200,000, or before going to Ethiopia, so that Mika can celebrate, and we can celebrate the 200,000 in Ethiopia. And so let's get this 200,000 here, and then we'll make a 200,000 a party celebration in Ethiopia, in style. 200,000 in Ethiopia. That would be really amazing, family. Please, let's subscribe. Let us get this movement going. Let us get the numbers. I know to some people, it might just sound like, we're trying, or what, we're pushing analytics. This is beyond analytics and stuff. So subscribe, share, and tell your family. Share with your family. They are the first people to even just subscribe, Turn on the notification icon so that you can join the streams once we start, and let us get this thing ball rolling. 194,000. Let's fight for 200,000, please. Let's reach 200,000. To those who are on the stream or who've connected and listening to us, please subscribe. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Just go there. Click on the subscription icon, the subscribe button, turn on the notification icon or the notification bell, and then you can even join the streams. The moment we start, you'll be in. So let's push these numbers to 200,000. Currently, we're on 194,000 subscribers. So please, this is the channel, the Swahili Nation. For those who might be searching, looking for the channel, this is how it looks. This is the logo, the SN with the dot on the logo. So for in case you're seeing other Swahili nations, this is our channel. This is the one with 194,000 subscribers. Don't go and subscribe to something else, because we know there's other things out there, but look out for this one
Right.
specific 194, and look at our icon. This is the icon that we use there, our logo. It's SN. So you will see, and you will see a lot of videos. If you want to see that you are subscribing to the correct channel, you will see all the streams. You will see some of the videos that played previously, yesterday's links, other days, the conversation with Obang Meto, it's also there. So you will see our live streams. You will see the reaction videos to know that you're in the right channel. If you're going to any other channel, you don't see our live streams, you know you're in the wrong channel. Close that, look for this one. Swahili Nation. All capital letters. All capital letters there. So, and you will see the numbers. It's 194K, which is 194,000. So we're trying to reach 200,000 before going to Ethiopia. Please, family, subscribe and share. And please subscribe to the correct channel. Nothing else. This is the correct one. You will see a lot of live stream. You will see a lot of reaction videos. You know you're in the right channel. You're in the right page. So, but from us tonight, yeah, family. So from us tonight, we've gone even way past our initial time. We are on extra time. So thank you for joining us, and then we need to close in prayer.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
We can go sleep now, and others can go make some bread. Those who are still in the daytime.
I'm still making bread.
So, okay. Thank you, our Father, for this night. Thank you for those who've joined, for those who've shared their wisdom, who've shared their knowledge, their expertise. We thank you, Heavenly Father, as we are going to different places, going to work, going to do anything, Abba Father. We pray that you protect each and every one of us. May we succeed in all that we do. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray for the protection of our subscribers, our contributors, and everyone who's willing and able to assist and build this beautiful continent. Until we meet again, in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Biggie.
Thank you so much for your sacrifice, for your time. We just put you on overtime. may Xavier pay you 100-fold.
Amen. I received that in Jesus'
name. All the food in the name of Jesus, right? Anyway, have a good night, my brother. Good night, Africa. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. And from us on the Swahili Nation, One Africa Movement, it's Shalom, and let's meet again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same channel.